did that because if they lost, he could have blamed the groin. So I'm saying, do you believe that he'll have an injury going into the playoffs? Saying that if they lose, then
I don't think that would be man. I believe that LeBron's gonna get. I've been saying since last year that he will get injured again, but I don't think he'll do that to control the narrative. I feel like if he was down in the series, he would do that like he did with the Warriors when he acted like he broke his hand. Remember that?
Yeah,
that was sweat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does shit like that. It's patently false.
I'm not disagreeing. I know how LeBron gets down.
So if you know that, then you should be applying it to much more things.
That's not true though, because that's the thing. See, that's the thing though. Since I know that, you automatically look at everything and realize think that sometimes it's just not that.
Bro, when it has to do with him not being the best player in the league, I know he uses it then. I know.
I don't know why you discredit people for being competitive.
I don't.
You do it. You do it a lot.
No, I don't.
And for wanting to be the top. Like you act like it's a bad. You act like people can't want to be the best, and then have a problem when they're not the best.
No.
Yes, you do. That's your beef.
My statement is to the blind. They're called blind witnesses.
Okay, but my thing is he's passive aggressive. Cool.
Okay.
But, so
what would you want him to do?
In what scenario?
In this scenario right now, would you want him to just come out, have an interview, and say, "I'm better than Kawhi, y'all"?
Right. So how would Stephan Akron go about that?
I want him to show it. If he believes it, I want him to show it.
But it don't. I don't understand when you say stuff like that because you understand how the media rolls. Now I know how to overcompensate for stuff because of something that's being put out. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more extra. Because it don't matter if my play is getting discredited if the media has an agenda you're saying.
What I'm saying is, Shane, all year when we were feasting off of bottom feeders, all I heard was LeBron. Then when we go on this losing streak, I didn't hear anything except about an injury. That's what he does. When we lost to Kawhi and them, did I didn't see anything on Instagram. I don't hear from the nigga. But when we're 24-3, he's Wash King this, Instagram post that. But then when a real player comes in and busts his ass.
We was losing before Kawhi.
Huh?
We had like 2 or 3 losses.
Okay, but I'm talking about during the whole streak. I haven't heard anything wrong. When it came to Giannis and all that game with Giannis busting his ass, did I hear anything? No, all I heard was about a groin injury, about LeBron. That's all I heard. Luka plays him today.
Yeah, no.
He might not play. I know what LeBron. He's controlling the narrative just in case he does lose. He can pretend like it's not that big a deal. No, when the fact of the matter is he's not washed, but he's not as good as he's trying to portray like he's still the best player in the league. When I don't think he really believes that.
I don't know.
I'm just telling you how he's played against the best players in the league this year. And all I hear, anytime we beat any whack-ass team, all I hear is LeBron. Wash King.
Nah, he hasn't.
Hashtag Wash King.
Most of our losses are from Luka, 2 from Clippers, 1 from Giannis.
Yeah, I know.
We're all right.
Stop it.
We are all right. We'll go to the finals.
Stop it.
We'll lose in the finals.
We see how LeBron gives it up in big games.
When did you start hating LeBron?
Huh?
When did you start hating LeBron?
Why?
That's a interesting question I've always had.
2006.
Why?
He beat my team.
Who, the Lakers?
Pistons.
So now you're a Pistons fan.
I was a Pistons fan back then.
Because your mom?
Huh?
I thought you said
Sonny and them.
So that's why you don't like. That's the loathe. Because you loathe LeBron.
Yeah.
That was it. So you're a Gary V type.
When he scored.
That's embarrassing.
When he scored 20.
He don't like. He hates Tom Brady.
I used to root.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
When he scored 27 in the fourth quarter.
But that's the dumbest reason.
Yeah, that's
ever.
Dumb.
Huh?
So you just that's stupid. I lose.
No, it wasn't that. I mean, it was that, but it was.
Okay, so give me a real answer. I want to know why. Honestly, I think a lot of people want to know why.
People gassing him.
No, but when did it start and why? Because people wasn't gassing him like that.
Yeah, they were.
But
after that series, when he went,
they were trying to find the next because people was on their way out. Kind of how they're doing with Giannis. And,
yeah, so when they went, because when he beat the Pistons.
But you don't hate Giannis like that.
Because he's not good.
What? I'm so confused.
He's not. I mean, no one thinks that Giannis is like the best thing since sliced bread. I mean,
I know you're saying Giannis isn't comparable with what LeBron was coming up on that.
Right, but it would be the same scenario.
Yeah, but just to a lesser degree. And he don't like Giannis.
Yeah, I mean,
but he doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. He doesn't loathe.
Well, I mean, it would make sense.
He doesn't watch. He doesn't go to Giannis post-game interviews and read between the lines.
Giannis don't move the way LeBron moves.
Because he's not LeBron. So I mean, you wouldn't judge them on the same playing field.
Well, Giannis didn't beat his favorite team, so that just was on top of it.
Yeah, so
I don't believe that reason.
LeBron did that.
That's a dumb reason.
Yeah,
I
it's a
believe
dumb
it.
No, it ain't. You got to know the full context. LeBron
So
that
give it to
year,
me. I'm asking
you won't let me talk.
Do it now.
LeBron beat the Pistons, went to the finals that year, and niggas started saying he was better than Kobe. Kobe was always my favorite player, and I was like, niggas are delusional. He's nowhere near close to Kobe. It's just not remotely close. Niggas started gassing LeBron as the best player in the league that year, in 2007, and they were just patently wrong. So ever since then, I rooted against it, nigga.
And it was patently.
So, but when did it grow to a hate, like a low? That year?
That following
It was
year,
just
2008, when the Cavs started winning 66 games and shit, I hated them. Because the gas, it got bigger and bigger.
Do you
That's
hate
embarrassing.
anybody in sports?
Patrick Beverly.
No, that's
That's
bullshit.
a-
You hate
No, I
Tom
hate
Brady.
Patrick Beverly.
You used to hate Tom Brady.
No, I've been on record saying that, but I've
So, okay,
have I
so-
not said that I like
Okay.
him?
Okay, so I just want to get. Why did you hate him?
Just because I thought he was like an industry plant, football
That's
wise.
how I feel about LeBron James.
Yeah, like I mean, he just
To me,
he was so perfect. I don't like perfect.
Exactly.
I don't
to me,
like
a lot of
perfect.
things just go in his favor.
That's the thing. I don't hate LeBron like I hate Tom Brady. I hate.
Well, I mean, he's in your
I don't
division,
hate
so
LeBron.
that would make sense. I would hate him too if he was in.
I don't hate LeBron. People I always get the bad rap that I hate LeBron because I just.
No, you hate LeBron.
No, I don't hate LeBron.
You hate LeBron. It's fine. Just say it.
I don't hate LeBron.
You
I sometimes
hate
joke
LeBron.
and say I hate LeBron.
No, you hate LeBron. I like you said, read between the lines. You hate LeBron.
No, I don't.
Just the way that you talk, the side comments you make, the way that you be rolling up and
I
looking,
did.
just be like, ugh.
My
Like
first-
it's a low. This
my
is
first
a-
couple of years watching basketball, my
That's
first
fine.
2
We're
years.
not talking about, I'm talking about 2020. You hate LeBron James.
I don't like LeBron James.
I'm not rolling with
You
that.
strongly dislike him.
No, you.
But I'm saying, okay, listen.
You
I
don't
hate.
love
oh,
him as much as Stephan.
No, I don't. I don't like none of that shit he does. All the shit we was talking about, I agree with. I
don't
hate
care.
all that.
Whatever.
I don't like his
Hold on,
gameplay.
y'all. Filter this. Hunter hates LeBron James.
No, I
so
don't.
now
That's
go ahead.
filter this.
Now go ahead and say it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I've been real in the
Objective.
conversation.
You've been real
Objective,
objective.
right?
You have not. I've never heard you make a point for LeBron James.
Yes, I have.
I
Yes,
mean,
I have.
No,
What are you talking about?
I don't think I have.
I that's what I'm saying, bro. LeBron's already in my top 5 all time easy.
That's so. I hate when y'all say stuff like that.
Because that matters. Cause
Yeah, no, it's like,
because I really hate it.
Yeah.
No, that's really not. It's really not.
Okay.
I'm talking about if it's really not. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. It's curious to me.
Why do I hate?
I
Why
get him.
would you say I hate him?
I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to. I've never asked y'all this.
Yeah, you
And
have.
I just told you you're not asking shit, bitch, because you just said that I hate LeBron. You did wavy.
Yeah,
inside-
no, but you didn't give me a reason.
He
The
just
reason,
told you.
I don't hate LeBron. The reason why I started
Yes, you do.
disliking him
Quit
is
He
lying.
said it all the outside stuff.
Tay and my sophomore the.
Here we go. Now we're getting into something.
Yeah,
What's
like-
the context? Give it to me.
It's along the same reasons as him, but
People
not that
gassing him.
people saying that he was the best of all time. People saying he was way better than Kobe. People just saying he's comparing him to Mike and shit. I'm like, what? I don't
Like,
understand.
like,
So
hold on.
right, and those people not like you, but a lot of people.
I'm not. Y'all know I'm not.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But you know, LeBron has them fans.
Yeah, for sure.
That don't. They don't.
That's what I'm saying. I
they
live in the
won't
same
play-
world as y'all. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not the biggest. I don't get where y'all would have started hating him.
Well,
I mean, I
that's
guess my favorite player
Don't-
wasn't Kobe, so it would be different. But
I mean, that was a reason, but it was mainly Michael Jordan.
I just hate
for-
blind witnesses. I just hate.
Right, I hate people who don't even watch a game
Don't
all
watch
season
them.
and they
that's
see the
annoying.
numbers.
But you can't
and they
just start
argue it.
hating somebody
Yes,
for
you
that
can.
reason.
I
Yeah, I'll tell you when you can.
It
when,
builds
when
it.
you
It
feel
builds it because when you're arguing and you're getting an argument,
I know.
Not,
Trust me,
not,
I know.
not that is when you feel like and you kind of know that player knows that about his fans and he uses it to his advantage.
See, you be going.
I'm just-
I don't know. No, I can't argue
LeBron,
that.
he's come out and
no,
said
he's a
it.
stat pad.
He said that he said when I went to the Heat, I figured out that we don't even think about we don't think about the details of shit. All that matters at the end when we think about history is who won the championship or not. He said that's
Oh,
why I
that's
made
a
that.
fact.
And
I
I know
know
he
that.
uses that same
That's a
thinking
fact.
about his stats. I know you just got to read between the lines. If he thinks like that, then that means he don't care about the integrity of anything. He
I wouldn't blanket
realized.
statement for everything.
That's another reason I think he's playing a lot of games this year. Though.
I know.
So he wants that record.
Yeah, I know.
Bad.
He wants the record, and he wants to play 82 games in a season like Mike. I know these things. I know what motivates people at that high level. They gotta look for extra motivation. It's not LeBron don't give a fuck about a lot of things, but he gives a fuck about the high shit like that.
Yeah,
Anything
but that's what I'm saying. Okay, now pause. I don't understand why you discredit people, or like you think that you make that's an inhumane thing, bro. I mean, if you're at the peak of the peak, the only thing that you can chase is the intangible, which is Michael Jordan. So now that there's this gap
'Cause
between you.
he-
Hold on. There's this gap between you and the next thing that's like it's a pretty sizable gap.
but not his brain. Well,
But hold on.
I disagree.
But now you're chasing this thing that you will never. So for the 15, 16 years that you've been in the league, you've been slighted compared to this thing that you'll never be able to get. I mean, wouldn't you just imagine that would create some?
I think the thing that irritates me is he moves the goalposts. He changes what it is that he will try to measure up to Michael Jordan and compare himself, and then once he finds out he falls short, he tries to change the way we look at who's the greatest. And I feel like he tries to control that narrative.
Does he do that, or does his fans do that?
No, he does that. LeBron does that.
No, he did. He even did it when he said, "No, I'm the when I came back from that 3-1,
I was the greatest of all time."
Maybe he just said that like last year or this year or something. This is my thing.
So do you fault somebody for feeling like that?
No,
because that's a pretty sizable feat.
No, I fought him when.
Because when you're down and out, you wouldn't say that. That's crazy. But when you just did the unthinkable, I would say that. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why you penalize somebody for that.
I'm not penalizing them.
You do that.
No, if a person like Kobe said that, if a person that, even if they were delusional and wrong, I'd be like.
So who else would be allowed to say that outside Kobe and Mike?
If LeBron really felt like that, I would believe him.
But you don't think after he just came back 3-1, like I'm the greatest, even for that moment in time?
He psyched himself out, Shane. Look, my point about him moving the goalposts is he measures up. He compares himself to Michael Jordan. I literally feel like he sees the stats, like the 6-3, all that be coming out, and then he tries to change the narrative because he knows he fell short. That's why I think he's delusional. And then that's why I think he tries to like get more triple doubles than Michael, because he tries to trick his fans.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know I don't think his psyche is I'm going to trick people. I think it's more you're trying to. I mean, what would the word be?
He's like, okay, I can't get Jordan in rings, but I'm gonna get him in this area.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What is that bad?
Because my problem is originally when you were chasing
Jordan,
originally his whole suit was when he went to Miami and shit. His whole suit was winning champions.
But if you didn't try to change things, if you didn't, he knows he's not getting that. He's what? He's
exactly. He
knows he's not getting that. So for you to keep trying to chase that thing is crazy.
No. What's crazy is so you know that, sir. So bow out. You're not the greatest. Okay, stop trying to trick us. That's what we're measuring you off of. You don't get to change it.
And this is the thing. People always say you're nitpicking LeBron. Well, yes, I am, because when you're talking him the greatest, I already say he's top 5. So when you're doing top 5, that's what it is. These are all the greatest top 5 players, top 3 players ever. We all know these players are the best. Now this is where we have to take their flaws.
I don't know. I think we're starting to figure it out. We've been privileged as far as our upbringing watching sports because we've had a lot of goats. We're now getting to a point to where now you're trying to squeeze Giannis in there. He doesn't fit. Now we try to squeeze Embiid in there. You know what I mean? Like now people are trying to get Luka in there.
Yeah.
We had the privilege of having Jordan, Kobe, LeBron,
Tom Brady.
I'm talking about basketball.
Okay.
To where now
they were like actually all-time greats.
Those are right, and those are all-time greats for real.
Y'all don't think we got no all-time young greats?
No. Not
you
yet.
don't see nothing in nobody?
I mean, yeah, but that's speculation. Luka.
I know. I want to know real quick.
But even that magnitude, people knew.
Not that magnitude. No.
People knew when Kobe was coming in, or I mean, once he started to make his reign.
Yeah, but
I'm not talking about when he initially got in because he was.
Kobe was big in high school. He was drafted what?
Yeah, but I'm talking about even his first years in the league. He didn't. He wasn't. He still had some growing to do.
Yeah, his first year.
I'm talking about like even they try to do it with Zion, and it just flops. It just keeps flopping. Like we were privileged enough to have back to back, like for sure, top 10s within the last 3 3 generations of watching basketball. Yeah. That's
I mean,
anybody else that you use even with this class now, he can give me 50
LeBron's a top 3. LeBron's more important to basketball, I think, than Kobe was.
Oh, duh, way more.
I think it'd be Magic, Mike, LeBron.
I'm even just talking about
top
watching
3, most like important individuals for the NBA.
I'm just talking about watching basketball in general, just the game itself. Like this next couple people coming up, you're always gonna be like,
right? They're not no,
yeah. No, there's I mean, they're transcendent players, but there's nobody cracking the top 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Playing. No,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, definitely not the top 5. There's nobody.
We were blessed enough to have
the top 10.
No, I mean, when I started watching basketball, probably 2009, 2010.
With these stats and how the media, like but I think people are starting to catch on. Like this,
I think
it's inflated.
I think it's going to get worse.
It's so inflated.
That's delusional.
And remember, what I was just telling you just a couple weeks ago that in our kids, LeBron's going to be the GOAT obsolete. Like it's not going to be a thing. I'm telling you, kids, LeBron's going to be the best of all time. It's not going to be Michael Jordan. I know it is.
It's not.
I know I know it is. So I'm saying I guarantee them stats are only. Why wouldn't they? Technology's only getting more. They don't.
People be watching.
Not real fans, but basketball is a growing sport. More fans don't watch basketball.
Yeah, but the cachet of Jordan.
And I think Luka or Trae Young.
None of that shit. Y'all got to take into account the impact. The cachet of Michael Jordan is still too big. Still is well.
Like the brand, the name.
The brand and stuff is still overwhelming LeBron. Like it's not once. And we got to figure out. We got to really realize that LeBron's at the tail end. So a lot of these people are going to be seeing the tail end of his career, and he's not about to bow out good, y'all. It's not. He's not about to win another ring, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
So like we're going to see like him like he has some more shortcomings. He's going to like fail this playoffs, like that. The paint isn't all the way dry on LeBron's story.
Yeah, it is. As a legendary.
He's submitted.
Because Michael's last
he submitted,
was
but
shitty too.
He submitted.
It was disgusting.
Okay, but no one's looking at no one looks at Michael Jordan's last careers like LeBron. LeBron's still in the delusion that he could be the greatest of all time. That's why he's still chasing Michael Jordan. So like, if he still makes mistakes, that goes against him.
Oh, right now, this year, stuff for sure. I agree. But I'm saying, like, I think LeBron got maybe after this year 2 more years. I don't think he ever has no like wizard season.
Nah.
I think he'll go out before.
But I'm saying if he goes to LA and doesn't win a title, that's a chink. That he gets.
I agree.
I
agree.
Especially with Anthony Davis and shit.
He really put the pressure on himself. Because if he would have kept that young core and didn't win, it would have been okay. Because our young core would have probably ended up winning sooner or later, and it would have been like LeBron molded and blah blah. Now it's win right now. Like this year. Like if they don't win this year, it's gonna be.
I'm telling you, don't let Kawhi and them knock them out.
Yeah, don't let Kawhi not even knock them out. Don't let Kawhi and them win it all. Don't let them bring that championship to the Clip. Their first championship back in LeBron's house.
Get killed in LA.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Then Kawhi that's really gonna be Kawhi Town. Damn, I'll feel bad for LeBron a little bit.
So speaking, because I guess we're 17 minutes in. Anybody want to introduce the podcast?
That's episode 12 in the Noahidols.
We just turn that motherfucker on.
Right. But segueing into more passive aggressive people, I know we weren't supposed to talk about this, but anybody got any opinions on that?
Oh my God, you're going here.
Rap Radar interview that you watched 3 times?
Give it to us.
I mean, you're a big fan.
How many times you watched it?
I watched it twice.
You're a big fan of it.
I'm not.
You watched 6 hours of it.
No. I just know how you are, so I wanted to be because I already knew it was going to come. You can't help yourself.
No, sure.
You're like a dog. When it comes to Drake and LeBron,
itself?
Yeah,
sure could.
Like he was so annoyed that it wasn't in the notes, and he was so annoyed that me and you didn't acknowledge it. He was like, "So, did you guys watch that interview?"
Let's have a short discussion, real quick. I want you to lead it away. Okay.
Yeah, since you brought it up, you brought it up.
No, listen. Yeah, he brought it up, so I want you to lead it off. But I want you to lead it off by saying something you liked from there.
Nah, don't do that. No, don't do that. Go ahead. I want the real first 3.
But then y'all gotta go first because mine.
No, you brought it up. You wanted to talk about it. Let's
Okay,
go.
I'll bring it up.
Go ahead.
Drake had a 3-hour interview or 2.5-hour interview.
You see that? Starts right off the bat.
Lies.
You can't.
With Rap Radar, no.
If that was true,
no.
it's just the way that you presented it. It was like a 3-hour. We had a 2-hour podcast last week.
Right. I mean, I guess that's true.
The Noahidols came out with a 2-hour podcast.
People were saying that, but with Rap Radar, and I thought it was very transparent. So there's a compliment. I thought it was very, very, very transparent.
Which is all you can ask for.
I feel like if you were very savvy within industry shit, you would read between a lot of the lines and find some.
But that's go ahead. I'll let you finish.
But I think it was it was an interesting interview. That's what I.
So there wasn't really a lot of line reading to be done in that interview. There really wasn't to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he laid a lot of things out there.
Scroll all the way down on the topics.
Did you get his? Did you get any lack of self-awareness in that interview?
No, because he was pretty open about what he thought his flaws were, and him being so like he said openly, like, yeah, I'm a self-conscious individual. So pretty much, I'll give you this. For me, there was a lot of affirmation. I mean, of stuff that we've talked about what we think about Drake. Like, we think that he's self-conscious. We think that he is like I need attention type person. And he said that. Did he?
I agree with you, but I don't like that you say that because I feel like. Again,
no, I'm saying that affirms what we thought about Drake. He's never openly said that.
Don't say we. That's what I'm saying. This is what y'all do. I said that, and y'all argued and said I was hating.
I told myself I was going to come here and not argue.
About what?
I told myself
a lot of these things that he brought up.
There wasn't nothing in that whole interview
that we've never talked about.
Oh my God.
There wasn't.
That we haven't talked about or that we haven't disagreed about. Say that.
Have we not all come in here and said that Drake is a self-conscious individual?
About what thing?
About his music and about just him in the light of media.
Okay.
Like he wants to be seen. He's like LeBron.
Okay.
Have we not always said that? That's what I'm so confused about.
I vividly remember telling y'all about how he felt.
Not vividly, because you're wrong.
I vividly remember telling y'all about how he felt about not being celebrated within black culture, and I remember us having an argument about it. I also remember telling you specifically something about the Kobe Bryant line a long time ago.
Yeah, but that report's been came out about Drake apologizing and stuff. That's not the first time that's been discussed. Are you telling me that's the first time it's been discussed?
No, I'm telling you.
Yes, you said something about the black privilege thing, but I don't remember me disagree. I don't remember me even having a comment.
It's because we didn't disagree.
I did
not disagree.
I might not agree. I might have said that Drake don't care. I might, but
no,
I
swear that's literally not what we said.
I'm not talking about.
We said I'm sure we all agreed that Drake probably feels slighted that he's not celebrated. You actually brought me back to your point. I wish I could remember what the episode was. You brought me back to your point because I was like, I don't know if Drake feels like, I don't know. Actually, my initial point was the culture doesn't slight Drake for not being a black artist, if you remember. Okay. You brought me back to the point of like, yeah, no, if you remember, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. He probably does. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you that crazy?
Okay, I will say y'all. Okay, then maybe I would say y'all underplay it. Underplay.
I don't understand. That's what I'm talking about.
In my brain,
the same exact thing with LeBron. You do it with Drake because you hate the two individuals.
No, because they're the same.
He is giving you what he wants to say. There's nothing else to read. The man said, I'm self-conscious about my music. I need other people around me to sometimes tell me, like, yeah, that's a good song. He said that.
Okay.
So what else is there to read in between the lines of? I'm so confused.
There's a lot to read in between the lines
so give it to me.
The way he...
Maybe I'm just clueless.
Okay. We probably need to get some order. We could start with his comments on Pusha T.
Yes.
That
was on the back end.
Okay. But let's just address,
hold on.
Let's give it.
If you want to do that, let's give it context because those were in two completely different types of two different times of the interview.
Okay.
What you're talking about was more towards the front end. The Pusha thing was more probably 3/4 into it.
Okay.
So again, those are different two types of feelings. So I don't like you lumping them in together.
Two types of feelings?
Because he's in a different state of mind when he's talking about himself and when he's talking about Push. You can instantly see his face started to change. Like he was like he's still salty about Push, like super salty. Him even saying that he lost the battle, he reluctantly said it. And he even kind of said it like...
he knows. I think that...
That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes, like,
I think what Drake said was facts.
Fact.
I think what Drake said was facts. I told y'all I don't like that. I think it's childish.
Okay, hold on. Place this in a different way because he's not saying that we're not saying facts. He's saying it's the way that we say it. He's saying that you underplay. Even the way you just said that was an underplayed statement. No, say it. It's not just facts. It's Drake is salty.
Yes.
Say the facts.
About losing to Pusha T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how he went in. But that's his point. He's saying that we say that, but then we say, no, that's facts.
Or y'all try to make it seem like I'm, like when I try to bring it up, y'all try to make it seem like I'm like hating on them.
Because you are.
I tell y'all I'm trying to like magnify.
But you try to shine light on things that don't need, like we can't see. No. You act like you have these all-seeing eyes.
No.
We see the same thing that you see. You just have a different
and that's not the thing. My thing is, yes, but when I get on you about that, I will always wonder, there's other people you can get on. Stop getting on the same. That's the only thing that every little report Drake comes out, it's just nonstop attack. Like you said, you do it to people you don't like.
That's cool. That's a side story. People know that about Stephan. I want to know your context on this for real. Because I'm kind of.
But can I? Okay,
go ahead.
So the Pusha T, that segment is a complete lack of self-awareness. First off, that's a complete lack of. I don't know if he intentionally did it or if that was what he wrote up and thought it was a good response. But that's
you really thought he wrote some of that stuff up?
No, but I mean I think over the year and a half he said it so many times that he
right. It's that's what I'm saying. Do you think this is your problem with artists? Hold on.
He's had lack of self-awareness.
This is your problem with artists and people in the media is you dehumanize them a lot of the time.
How?
To where you just feel like they're not people. Like you act like it's Drake, but it's not he doesn't. Yes, that's something that he's probably thought about a lot of times, and he's probably wrote verses, or he's probably been just how like you've been in the shower and like you're like, oh, I should have said that. Yeah. Like he's had a lot of those moments.
What do you mean lack of self-awareness?
About the whole Pusha T situation?
Meaning
he was saying that other than the reveal of he thought that the main other than the reveal of his child, like there was nothing else there.
That's not what he said. He said that was the biggest thing.
But he said, I go to sleep
Thinking I didn't get out bars.
I thought you were going to argue better points, bro. For real. I thought that you're not even dissecting.
I mean, if you're
there's
saying
way better things to argue about, which I'm on your side of.
If you're
which
saying
is
that-
funny.
So hold on. No. Let me fucking finish. The main
But you're
thing.
bringing up,
No, because you don't want to. The main thing to Pusha T's whole fucking thing.
Was
The
the
main
blackface?
thing was Drake as a black man. That's number one. So that and
Right.
Drake wondering why people don't celebrate him as a black man after that, talking about I don't understand why people don't. It's because of everything what Pusha T said about you is
that's
facts.
what I'm saying. I agree with
It's
that
facts.
part. I agree with that.
Okay, so I'm saying
that was telling of me.
I'm saying that's a total lack of self-awareness for him to think that that's what the whole Pusha T thing was about. Yes, it was a big thing, like the
That
reveal.
was the biggest thing.
Okay, but let's address.
And he said he wouldn't have lost, and I don't know if he would have.
You know, but let's address the fact that the whole beef was going to be a character attack on you. That's Pusha T's stance on it. Like, nigga, I don't like your character.
Yes.
That's been my attack on you and Little One. I don't like y'all.
Yes.
As a person.
Right.
So that's number one. So for him to act like that's not what we got from it or anything is lack of self-awareness.
I think that he knows. Why? I think the main thing and the biggest thing was that blackface picture with the cover.
I disagree with. I don't think that he was. I don't think that he was really aware of what Push was really getting.
I think he knows. I think he's not trying to address it because he knows that's a.
Y'all, Drake is not that stupid.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's why I'm calling
saying
it lack of self-awareness.
I know that wouldn't be lack of self-awareness.
Yes,
That
it
is
is.
him being
Yeah, it
aware
is.
and he don't want to discuss it. I think that he knows all of that.
Yeah,
How would he not?
he does.
So I'm saying I think that him on the interview not wanting to talk about the blackface, not wanting to talk about that stuff, it just would be self-aware.
It is so. Yes.
On the
Yes.
interview stance, he knows all
Yes.
of it.
Yes,
Oh,
you're right. Trying to control the narrative.
but okay, yes, he is trying to control the narrative. But what would you do?
That's what I'm saying. He
If you're in
dehumanizes
that
him, bro.
situation, what would you do? What would Stephan Ackerman do?
Not pretend like the guy. I wouldn't. I would say he got me.
He said
He's,
that.
and the biggest hold on. The biggest thing was the baby reveal. It wasn't that.
No.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
I'm not saying no to that. I'm saying that's not his stance. Is still his stance is still he don't see anything wrong with anything he did. That's his stance. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. His stance in his brain, he still don't see anything wrong with what he did. The rollout, he avoided the Adidas press thing.
No, he didn't avoid it. He said it was not true.
Yes, the way he said that,
No,
he
but
did
he
not
said-
answer their question.
Yeah, he did. He
No,
said
he did
that's
not.
why when you said he tried to
stumbled-
dip it,
he stumbled
did it.
around.
He literally
He
said it wasn't
stumbled
true.
around.
He literally said it wasn't true.
No, he said that he said they was dibbling and dabbling with Adidas. They had something lined up.
He
but-
stumbled
but
around.
then-
I'm gonna get. Do you know exactly what he said? Because I know I wrote it down.
What did he say?
He said, I was in talks with Adidas to do a play on the name. He said that was literally the links of it. He was like, as far as like an Adidas press run and a rollout, that just was not true.
Well, he said with his son. He said that was laughable. When he was saying the fact that they thought I was gonna roll my son out with the Adidas.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
said. Yeah, he said that's not even close to being true. And you think he was on that? You think he was gonna do the baby roll out with Adidas?
That's not what it was.
You have these all-seeing eyes. Tell us what it was.
That's not what it was.
Tell us
He
what it was.
stumbled around that. He didn't answer
He didn't
the
stumble
question.
on anything.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
didn't
He literally
answer-
answered
Yeah, hold on.
it.
Yes, I'm not.
He
Okay, I
literally
bet he had
answered
something
it.
lined up with Adidas. I bet he had a deal going
And
on.
he,
And that
was
push
trying- he knew that him saying it out loud or how it comes off, whether the facts of the matter is how they was going to do it, he knew it sounded sick. Using your son in any form when you haven't revealed him at all was going to sound sick. How it came out. I'm not saying
You're getting
I
no
don't.
bad points.
I don't.
anyways.
No, I'm not. I
There
don't
you go.
know.
There's more telling things to that
I'm just
I
trying to-
fought Drake for in that interview. But
But
get
I
through
don't.
the surface level
That,
so we can get
that,
some good
that
shit.
doesn't matter.
It
Yeah,
does.
I'm trying to tell y'all the psyche of a person
No,
that
but
don't
this is
see
gonna-
anything wrong with anything he does.
Okay, so dead your point. Hurry up, go. His self-consciousness was like just like beaming off of him in
Yes.
this interview. As far even when he's talking about, I honestly don't like to judge him when he's talking about the push stuff because you can tell that still angers him. So he acts a different way. He was talking a different way. He had a little bit more bravado when they're talking about push.
Yeah, I can tell.
He was like,
Right.
but there was a couple things that he said talking about push that I was just like, that's not how I would go about that. He said, again, going to your point of the only reason why Push won that is because he said when somebody's here and they're down here,
Lack of
they can drop a
self-awareness.
bomb and it's like, oh my God, the world went off.
Which is true.
I was
Which
about to
is
say,
true,
which is
but
that was not
but
the case.
that wasn't
That's
the
not
case. And what he tried to do was he tried to
That's what I'm saying.
that was a cute little. I see what you did there. You're way down there. That allows you to be able to reach that low.
Now, we all agree on that. We agree that's true, but it wasn't the case, right? But remember how just a couple of weeks ago I said something about we can't think what Drake, we can't comprehend what that billionaire, or Drake's not a billionaire, but they move totally different, bro.
What you talking? What's your point?
I'm saying they don't. He has to say shit like that. You know how many relationships he has?
That's not what I'm talking. I'm not talking about him being afraid to say something. I'm talking about the way that you tried to downplay your loss. The way that he tried to like.
My main point is about that whole Pusha T and shit thing. And like to your point is the pot calling.
He even started throwing in the Meek. He was like, even when me and Meek was beefing,
like
I
didn't
wouldn't
like
have
that.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, even me and Meek get together and laugh like, there's just rules. Like you don't say.
No, I didn't. Not that. I didn't like that.
How he gassed up back to back when it was the same shit. It was the same shit.
Back to back, he snapped it. But no, he did. He did. I don't like how he was trying to portray Meek Mill like. When he was gassing it back to back, well, he was just in a bad place. He just came at me for no reason.
Well, even y'all are getting now we getting somewhere. Go ahead.
He was saying, well, and Meek will even tell you I'm in a bad place.
Yeah.
And like he was trying to like.
But guess what he did? Guess what he did?
And Meek don't play.
Guess what he did right before that though.
What?
And this is telling of Drake's character. That's what I'm talking about. This interview itself told me a lot about Drake's character and what type of person he is.
Well done.
He likes being the. When he was talking, he was in his bag for like a minute talking about back to back.
To where he had to stop himself.
Yeah. He had this. He was like, "Oh man!" And he even said like he went on probably a 3-minute rant on how he crushed Meek and was like, "But I'm not even going to talk about that because I don't want to bring up. We passed that." And matter of fact, Meek's really about that. Like he'll really pull.
Yeah, I didn't like that part.
That's what I'm saying. But for me, what that told me about Drake is, you were just getting killed up to that point. They were just talking about the push stuff like that. Now. This is how I'm gonna overshadow it. I'm gonna talk about look how I did this one. We don't want to talk about that one. No, don't try to sidestep the loss.
Let's talk about you getting punched in the face and you're not swinging back.
Granted, every human being who's ever walked the earth is like that. They're happier and they feel better when they win, and then they lost. It's like you kind of want to. So I mean, y'all are right, and no one likes it.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying this interview was just like it confirmed a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I said he was being very transparent because a lot of artists would have just been like. We're not talking about the Meek Mill situation. David told you off camera. We're not talking about the Meek Mill situation.
Yeah.
I'll talk about the Pusha T situation, but I'm not about to gas my because he looked in the light. You look like he looked like a hypocrite.
Yeah. Right.
Like you're gassing up back to back. When back to back, you only won because of shock factor and like coolness of the song. You didn't. You said I sleep well knowing that he didn't outbar me. Well, you didn't outbar Meek.
Right.
Period. You didn't outbar me.
That's a fact. He didn't do that.
So for you to then say that about Pusha T, and if you feel like that, if you feel like the shock factor was the only...
Well, I think...
Well, I'm saying, nigga, why don't you...
Push's bomb was... He didn't have a bomb.
Right, but I'm saying, if you felt like it's about bars, then why don't you rap back at Push? Why'd you stop at, he outshocked... Why is that the win for Push?
So let's take
his reasons.
Let's take the same context.
Said it. And I kind of agree with that, man.
He said... No, his point for not dropping that diss track was that it was nasty and he found shit out and he didn't want to go there. I'm saying if it's about bars, if you say, well, I sleep well at night knowing Push didn't outbar me, then why wasn't your response about bars? Why ain't y'all making about bars?
There's two things that Drake said. There's two things that Drake said in that.
Why? Because he would have lost? Like Meek lost?
No, not even that, bro. Because after he just said something about 40, after all that, now let's rap about bars. He even...
So what do you mean you sleep well? I'm just saying it's the pot calling the kettle back. How do you think Meek felt about y'all's beef, nigga?
Probably the same.
So be aware when you say shit. It's the same thing at a different scale. It's the same thing.
But I don't think that he don't know that. I think that it's
I think he knows it so to your point, I think he knows it so well that he's avoiding those. And that's why I was telling you I wish somebody I would rely on.
He knew Meek snapped on Warpaint.
Yeah, and he knew, like he said a million times. I knew I had to make a record that everybody. So you know what wins these beefs. So don't then try to downplay you and push a thing like, oh well he. And I told y'all that's what got on my nerve about his fans because everybody under the comments were like, well Drake snapped harder on Duppy. Okay, but the same thing applied with Meek, and y'all weren't using that narrative. Y'all were saying it was about back to back because back to back was a better track.
No, you're right. The consensus won't use that narrative, but people like you, people who knew.
But I'm saying he needs to be aware of that, and he should have never said that. He should have said nothing about bars, and he should have never downplayed it. Like Shane said, he should have never downplayed his loss, like it was only about the shock factor. That's not what it was.
Drake didn't win back to back because of shock factor. He win back to back because it was a good song and it was shot right. That was good.
It was
but
rough.
he refuses to acknowledge that with the Push song.
I think he has looked at Pushes as being disrespectful,
and that's what I'm saying. There was two things else that.
And I'm saying like the biggest rapper in the world. Like he's even saying like Meek couldn't have. I mean, he couldn't have said anything like that about Meek because Meek was never on Drake's level right now. So like he's saying he's Drake's the biggest superstar in the world. When you say something like that, it don't matter what I say after this. I lost.
But that's the other thing I don't like. That's the other thing I don't.
But
like.
that's a fact.
It's a fact, but it's like nigga, don't move the way you move. Like to me, that thinking is so fucking retarded.
I don't know which part.
Like he's acting like he couldn't find dirt on Push because Push is such at a low level. Like again, we agree. He's a horrible person.
He loves status.
He's insecure.
What that said to me is Drake really does look at status.
Yes.
How you would say all the time, but I had never heard him say anything before that would give me that. To when he was like, yeah, but I'm up here and he's down here, that allows him to go this high. Or when he said, yeah, even the way he was like, yeah, them guys don't come outside. Like them guys, they don't come outside unless they have security. So I'm never gonna run to them anyway.
Oh, that was a slide shot. Yeah,
there was no. He said they're nobodies.
Yeah. But
he's like, those guys are nobodies.
That was like after they was talking about him.
But that's what I'm saying. It all goes into how he perceives that camp and how he perceives pushing them and how he's like, there was another joke that he made in here when he was like, that was back when nobody could tell me no. Yeah. He said a joke, but it was, he really feels like that. That's what I'm saying. Little stuff about that in this interview was I'm like, Drake really moves the way
nasty.
I don't know if that's nasty, but it's just he looks at them as peons. And he was like, the only reason why you won that is because you were a peon and you were able to take that low blow. He was like, I can't go that low because I have an image to uphold.
Right.
It's pretty much what he was getting at.
Right.
Even when he was like,
even if he found the biggest dirt on Push, it wouldn't matter.
That's what he said. When he said, I wrote that song, he was like, I didn't want to write that because whether this is right or wrong, I'm saying this all. If you believe that stuff, I don't understand how you wouldn't believe what he said when he said, I don't want to look at this 2 years from now. But like that wasn't. That was just wasn't.
But Stephan's a fan of rap. So I mean, if you're a fan of rap and you don't care about that, it's like I don't give a fuck
but there's a difference being a fan of rap and being out of character and just making stuff that nobody.
I was just saying. Anyway. My point was, if you feel like,
because if he's like, yeah, I'm gonna run into your house and shoot you up.
I feel like we got shorted on that beef.
We did.
I'm saying,
why can't he give us a response with bars?
Because
but Push is not gonna push it.
But you don't. That's what I'm saying.
But you're missing the point.
I'm not.
Drake is you. He's hiding behind this fence
Stephan, as if that sounds nuts, bro.
That sounds nuts.
Listen to y'all not letting me finish. I'm not saying.
No, you've been saying the same topic on this same conversation.
No.
Yes, you have.
What do y'all think my stance is?
You're going to say
if Drake fucking from the jump made it about bars, Pusha will rap about bars.
It was about bars until it wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
It was about bars until it wasn't. He even said that. He was like, because you know what? He gave dude credit when dude was like, well, what do you think Push feels like if you mention his woman? He was like, yeah, it might have been that point for him. He was like, and then the point for me when you talk about 40. That was my breaking point.
Okay, so I'm saying
he was like, so I don't even discredit him for saying what he wanted to say.
Okay, so I'm saying we all know Pusha only went there and he said a million times. I only brought that up. I've been I know shit about Drake. I only brought that up because he mentioned my wife. Other than that, I've been barring this nigga this whole time. He's been barring the nigga.
Wait, no. Right, he was talking about the 40 thing. They were talking about the 40 thing.
Wasn't even bad.
But I'm not even judging it to that. I'm not judging it to that.
You can't tell another man.
Right, exactly. That was Drake's point. That's what they were asking. They're like, you can't say that.
How it's like if somebody smacks you in the face and you punch him, the nigga that got smacked in the face can't be mad at you for punching him.
Right,
I don't give a fuck, nigga. Don't smack me in my face.
And that's what Drake acknowledged that. But what I'm saying is, his breaking point was when 40, when he said that about 40.
My only point is, it could go back. Pusha, I'm telling you, Pusha has no problem with it going back to bars.
Right, but Drake did.
And
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Drake, that goes to his point. He's like, they move like that. I don't move dirty like that.
I said,
in his eyes, I'm not saying it's dirty,
bars.
but he's saying it went past bars.
But I'm saying
now, if you're talking about if he should have started out like that, I'm saying now you don't think that sounds nuts after this.
No, because look, hold on.
No, because we know Drake still puts subliminal shit in it. He just was in. What was those songs he was releasing with Rick Ross and shit? The one before Money in the Grave,
or Go Roses.
No, the other one.
Money in the Grave.
Omarosa.
Oh yeah, he
had Omarosa. He was rapping at Pusha.
Yeah.
And Pusha just responded on that Kanye shit. Yeah. And Pusha responded on another track with Lauren, not the Lauryn Hill shit. But my point is
that beef. You're talking like that beef's dead. It's not dead.
I'm saying I feel like Drake got a response. He's going to be throwing shots at.
But that's how. I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, Pusha has no problem jumping out the window.
But that's not what he's saying. He knows that. Once I said that and you went there with 40, I now know that. And what he was saying was like, it took me to a different. It took me. That's not me. Like I don't move like that.
Well, brother, we getting a Fire Drake album.
We getting a Fire Drake album.
We getting a Fire Drake album. I like that.
Y'all gonna
That single was absolute shit that you dropped.
Yeah.
But this album,
Why would y'all think that?
I like it.
I like
his bravado.
I like it.
That's how he was
It's
on-
Gold Roses vibes.
I like it.
That's how delusional he
I
was
like
on
it.
More Life and Scorpion and shit.
like
delusional.
I like it.
But it's a different. I'm telling you, bro. We can bet. Oh, you said you want to bet on camera.
Yeah.
Bet
Uh-huh,
$100.
but
It's a good Drake album.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Yeah, I told
To
you
him,
we're
it's not gonna
bet-
be a good album.
I told you,
regardless.
we can't bet money because it's subjective. But I just want you to go on camera.
The next Drake album is going to be Gold Roses vibes. It's going to be hard. It's going to be. It's going to be.
But can we get?
It's
into
going to be a
something else?
13
Can we-
album.
can
It's
we-
going to
can
be
we
a.
get into
Hold on, let me give you
something?
some context.
Let me tell you
it's
why.
It's going to be a 13 song album with some. It's going to be.
Don't try to act like this is a
Right
hot take because he said that on the show, and I want to talk about that.
Nah, but
He
that's
did
what I'm
say that,
saying.
huh? Yeah,
He
he
did
did.
say that. He said that that's what people want him to do. He said he can't do that.
No, he said that's what he does. He said he will never make like a 10, 11 song album.
Right.
But the only reason why I said it is because he said that. I'm saying we're getting a typical Drake album. We're getting a Nothing Was the Same album.
I hope.
We're getting a Take Care.
Okay, the way his thinking, when he was talking about that, how he has to give everybody 7 songs of this and 7 songs of that, tells me that his thinking hasn't changed much. And
But he said that's what I'm saying. You be saying stuff.
this isn't a hot take. I'm telling you that the album's gonna be bad because the way his thinking is, it's fucking retarded. What artist on the fucking planet Earth puts themselves in a box and say, I have to give you 7 R&B songs and I have to give you 7 rap songs, so I can never just. You're boxing yourself already.
I don't think he said
Well, he
that.
didn't.
He
That's
did.
What he said
he
was
said
he
he
was
has
like,
to appease both groups.
And that thinking right there, bad album.
not even
Bad
that.
album.
The reason
Bad
why his
album.
album, and
Bad.
this is, I wish, oh
Bad.
my god, bro.
He's
The way
always does
I
that,
love
though.
so much
Oh,
respect for
okay.
you about how
He's
you
not
break
had
stuff
always
down.
bad albums.
I'm not saying. Okay.
Do you remember making your
what
point-
is his recent albums?
Yes, his recent album.
Okay, I think he's way past that other
You guys
shit.
make
I
so
don't
many
think
bad
he's
points.
bad.
It's not even funny.
Whether I like you.
Okay, that's neither here nor there. It's not a great album.
No.
Y'all said he's coming out with a great album.
I think he'll drop a great album.
Okay, so I'm just using recency, and I'm saying he's been far away from
Okay, now
great
listen.
albums.
I
for a
think
while.
that he sees his reviews.
Yes, I mean I think he's been aware. I think he's been very aware.
I think it got crucial after Scorpion. I'm being dead serious. I'm surprised how when he was talking about his own classics, when he even said that Scorpion was, because you'll say what he said about More Life. He's like, yeah, I don't think More Life is going to, but he said in a couple years, I think Scorpion, I was surprised, because I think that he knows that's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted. What you tweeted the other day, that's not what we want.
Yeah,
that
but
song,
his thinking, to me, it tells me a lot. But I think his thinking hasn't changed. He said about Scorpion, I gave y'all Nice for What. It had God's playing on there. Nice for What. He started naming all these big songs that no one gave a fuck about. Like, okay, that's not a good album. And that thinking, to me, I think he said, I could make music for dusty niggas, but he's still...
you're saying he's still in the hit phase.
He's
not
still in
art
the
age.
hit phase. He still doesn't understand that, okay, nigga, yes, you'll give us a 7-time platinum song. Don't get me started on why. But the album's not good.
I'm saying I think that Drake had a good point. I liked it how when everybody discredits his writing, but that is what he's best for.
Not really.
What is?
Making sappy music and just
No, I'm no.
making. I mean, people really, really.
He's
really,
like you even said he just got into this hit phase in 2015.
I know.
So what about before that?
He was known as like the sappy, emotional nigga. I don't understand. He was never known for like niggas act like he's delusional. That's
So-
lack of self-awareness. You're never known for your writing.
Above everything else. That's
Not
why
really.
he said. That's why everybody wants to sit in the room with him and write. That's why he gave. That's why people.
But that's to me that's lack of self-awareness.
So why would everybody?
Well, no one's doing that now. But to your point, maybe back then. But I don't know about it. No one's sitting in the room with Drake now for writing.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I
But
mean, I just don't know any artist that would be doing that.
Because you don't know it.
I was about to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stephan acts like he's
I
dead.
know.
I
That's what I'm
don't.
saying.
I just see the way people.
No, you don't
I
see
just
nothing,
see
nigga.
trends in the way people
don't see
move.
No, you see
around
your
them.
point of view.
Right.
Okay.
And you see the comments. You
Okay.
don't see nothing else.
Okay.
Because a lot of shit is different in real life.
Yes.
Your perception could be complete wrong.
It could
God
be.
knows.
It could be.
That's why it's hilarious. You have no
Because-
insight.
Especially
into
when
it.
like people like LeBron and Drake, usually they've been in the media game for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. They're at the high level. They know what to give and withhold to change the narrative. What if they want to give you shit just to make you believe a whole bunch of other shit?
Okay.
Do you believe that they'd be smart enough to do that?
Yes. Savvy enough, yes. Do I think that they control narratives and put shit out in the media? Yes. Do I also understand that I look at people around them and I just see certain things and I put two and two together a lot and a lot of times it makes sense.
And that's the Drake podcast. We got that out. I know you didn't want to,
Can't
but we
wait
got.
till that Drake album drops. It's gonna be absolutely garbage.
I can't either.
How about that?
I can't either.
Absolutely garbage.
I'm dead serious, bro.
I mean, I don't carry a lot of weight coming from you. There's not one Drake album that you like.
That's not true.
It's true.
That's just not true. But we don't gotta argue about that. We don't.
So are you done with Travis Scott yet, bro?
I've been told you I'm tired of his overproducing ass.
Don't say you've been told me. You told me
Have
2
I not
days
said
ago.
that?
2 days ago.
Have I not said that?
Yeah.
Are you done with Travis Scott?
I've been down with Travis Scott. Just literally have been.
Travis Scott drops one.
I was not
bad
one of the
album.
people running to
One
that
bad
Highest in the
album.
Room single. I was not.
I
Yeah,
done
we all
told-
hated that.
What?
Highest in the room.
Huh. Oh, highest in the room. No, we all didn't hate that.
No, I don't hate that song, but I'm saying I wasn't one of the people like, ooh, Travis.
Yeah, we
dropped
did.
it.
Remember?
Yeah, me
when it
neither.
first came
Nah, I
out?
messed with that. We messed with that song.
In the car.
Yeah, we said it. We a week later, I remember us saying, "Oh, like it sounds way better when you play it." In
We
the
didn't
car.
say it was bad. We said it sounds like the same
Yeah, we
Travis
was like,
Scott
oh, that
song.
sounds like he's like the
To
baby.
me-
That's
to
why
me-
people when people kill the baby,
that's
they
a
don't kill Travis Scott.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, why not?
that's a slight to me. If
Man.
somebody tells an artist your shit is
That's-
like sounding the same, that's a slight. That's not a compliment.
not
Not
to the baby
necessarily.
though.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
a
not.
nigga.
It's like
Yes, it is.
No,
Not
because you got
necessarily,
people.
But not. I mean, you
Pick
gotta
the one
give
that you
baby.
like.
No.
Pick the one
If
you
niggas
like.
keeps telling that to the baby, it becomes a slight. In fact, he just dropped a little preview of a new
I don't
song.
want the
New
baby
song.
to change that.
Well, he did.
Please don't
he
get
has
his
a new song and he changes his complete
Did he?
flow.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. I wish artists in 2020 would have some backbone. Quit listening to Stephan Ackams of the world. Do what you want to do.
Well, just stop
Put
making.
out the.
stop
No.
making-
I like the baby when he's in his high. When he starts rapping before the beat even
The
drops.
problem is,
that's
the
what I
problem
like.
is
You
music
won't be
used to
making
be.
music long.
Nah, he won't. But he'll be in it. He'll be in
And
it.
The
then-
problem
He'll
is
be actor,
music used to be
yeah, I agree.
like a secret society. It used to be sacred.
You know what I
Nowadays-
learned about you? You have a lot of antiquated thinking.
Okay, whatever. You think I
Meaning
think
what?
Meaning,
I think old school.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
would you
super
not
hard for him to
okay,
kinda
but
cope with times.
okay, but would you not agree with me that the fact of inclusion to everything devalues something?
Say it again.
Inclusion of everybody devalues something.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my only point about music.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody
I mean, hip hop's
you
getting
make
watered
it-
down.
Everything's getting watered down because you can just make it in your basement. So anybody.
But we have the resources now to
Yeah, to maneuver through it.
So is it really?
It still doesn't mean that it's not watered down,
I feel like throughout time it's always been whack. There's always been.
but not really.
Yeah, there has, bro.
There has
You
been
just didn't
whack
hear about them because you weren't living then.
or they didn't make it in the industry. I'm saying everybody can make it in the industry. You think when Motown and shit was popping, they was like signing like whack ass artists? No, they was going through like artist development. Like you're learning how to sing, you're learning how to do this. Like that's part of it. You're on a label, like that's part of it. Nowadays, you don't gotta have a label. No one teaches artist development. No one does any of that shit. It's just I can drop a viral song like Lil Nas X, and now I'm the biggest star in the world. It's like
So
from
add a
0
little
to
bit more
100.
context so you don't sound like Maul.
What more context do I need?
Give me something else.
It's niggas can go from 0 to 100 now. Like you can go from
No,
being in
that-
your basement to making
yeah.
songs, trashy like low budget songs, to being like one pops off and then now you're the biggest star in the world, and we expect you to make albums. Like Lil Nas X, why would we be expecting him to have a good album?
You have no body of
He's
work
not an
for
artist.
people to go back to.
That's how most artists.
So
Like
now you're stuck
95%.
trying to put out the
It's
next
literally
song.
like it used to be like 95% of the people in the industry were actually musical artists. I think now it's
They
like
say that's how Summer Walker. That's the big reason why she's how she is, because she blew off one song, and they was like begging for the album, and she's like, guys, I have like 3 songs.
I don't even know how I did that.
Like I literally
Not
just
knowing how
created
you
music.
made-
I dropped one song, y'all loved it. Now I'm supposed to have an out. What are you
Right.
talking about? I don't
know how to make
I
an
didn't know this
album.
was good. I just like. So I mean that is a good
Not
point.
knowing how you blew from something, and this can go into it. Not knowing how you came up off of something, and not knowing like
The
I don't
recipe.
know. I don't know how it happened. That would drive me crazy because now you're stuck trying to chase that thing, and you don't even know how it happened.
How it happened.
That would be like one of our podcasts blowing up. Just like you hit me up, like, hey Shane, go check it. We got 20,000 views. I'm like, what?
How?
So now subconsciously we always are trying to create.
that.
We're done creating.
Right.
We're done freely creating because we're trying
Damn,
to. Like, what
that's a
did we
good
do
point.
that worked well?
That's
Right.
a good point.
What did we do that?
And we
Oh,
be
Stephan, you were sitting like this,
We
and you
been-
had the. You know what I
right.
mean? It's just like you're done.
And we wouldn't even know. We'd be doing dumbass shit.
And
What
all
we talk about?
It was because John Legend fake retweet. Like it was. You know what I mean? It was just we're never gonna get that again.
That's a good point. That is kind of salty for now you think about it. I would much rather build my way up than having like a a one.
And as cheesy and cliche as that sounds, I would rather grind to the top. But if you want to stabilize something, if you want to just make a boom, get your name under.
Because what it is they're not going to be around. I mean, 95. There's going to be a couple of them that
well, it just
stay
depends
around.
on what your end goal is. If you want to. If you just want to create if you want to be like a Lil Nas X to where he can go and do anything now.
Now, yeah.
He can do anything.
All right, it's a lick.
Right, it's a lick. He caught a lick. But if you want to be an artist, you got some work to do, buddy, because you didn't make this off of art. You made it because you popped real quick.
And I mean, other than that, it's like people who have 3 songs and shit. I would be like right now if you dropped a song and next week it's blown up. 2 weeks later, you got to.
What do you do? You can't tour.
You got to perform in front of 5,000 people.
That
you
song.
wouldn't be scared shitless? Like, perform.
All right, guys, I got 5 minutes.
What?
I just was bullshit.
And I got y'all for real? Y'all about to perform? I'm so nervous. I'm about to shit myself. So that is, hey, the little iPad John. But yeah, that is crazy, man. That is crazy.
But, dang, what was I about to say?
I want to get off the industry. You want to wrap the industry up? I hate the industry. Would you become a part of the industry?
What do you mean, the music industry?
Would you ever be signed? Podcast. I kind of feel. I kind of know Stephan's answer, but I don't know if you remember this, but like this is like our first couple podcasts. We was talking about something. You was like, we was talking about ads, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to do ads for like any bullshit. And you was like, what?
Yeah,
any ad?
That's
we
not
don't.
industry.
That's getting there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's
So
just not.
would you do an ad for something that you didn't support? As not support, as in didn't know shit about it, didn't know.
No.
Okay.
But once you sign to somebody, you now lose that freedom to.
Ads are kind of work the same way.
No, they don't. If somebody comes to us like, "Hey, Shane, can we put this out in your pocket?" Say no.
No, yeah. I'm saying a lot of people feel that once you have ads like of certain shit, like then you would create your content,
Yeah,
or
well,
you would milk your content could change around them ads.
Fools. I would call them. I mean, that's an employee stuck in a business in a like entrepreneurs.
I became more open to depending on what ads and stuff, but yeah,
that's where the money comes from. That's where you can't literally everything everything is ran off of ads. You can't do anything in today's world and not have ads, especially in the media world.
Yeah.
But once you get to a point, once you build your brand up big enough, you'll have the ads to pick from.
But yeah, I would never want to sign nowhere.
No, because I mean, all that is
Definitely.
that goes to a different topic of people that are like, they're business owners, but they own like a traditional business, so they own like a landscaping business. It's like, yeah, you own your business, but you still have 30 yards to cut on a daily basis.
Right, or it kind of reminds me of like a franchisee.
Yeah, it's like you don't
So
like you still don't like doing that.
We can go buy a tropical smoothie, but it's like you still got your boss.
Right.
That's your shit. Don't trip. No, that's your store. But nah, at the end of the day,
I even heard Joe and them say
like
on the podcast one day, and I mean, if that something like that, he has a brand, he can maneuver some stuff. But he even said like, yeah, Spotify requires us to tell y'all that we are leaving, so we won't be recording next week. Little stuff like that. Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yep. And like they, I don't know if you can tell, but their content's changed too, bro. Mm-hmm. Not crazy amount. Like it's still watchable, but their content
for sure
definitely changed.
I might be able to be bought at some point if I had enough wiggle room. If I wasn't completely handcuffed down. If y'all
if you the artist
I can barter. I can.
If they sign, but they get their masters back.
Type deal. Yep. I could make deal. I would sit down and listen to you. But at the minute to where I feel like I'm boxed in, and I feel like...
See, my thing is...
Because that would give me... That's a job now.
And that's my dad...
That would give me a headache.
My dad was just saying something about this like last week. I don't know. I forget how it got brought up. But he was like, yeah, asking if we get signed or anything like that. And I'm like, nah, I would never want to, because the main reason why I'm doing this is to not work and not have a boss. So it's like
I'll start resenting the podcast just because I know I have to come here and do it.
That's it. This wouldn't be fun. It would be a shit time. Have you ever said you're working? Nah, I can't. I'm working on myself right now. I just need to.
Mm-hmm. Recently.
That's right. It's one of them lines.
Recently, that's a real.
I was about to say, it'd be some real ass shit. Like sometimes you be for real working on yourself in some aspect.
I'm toxic right now.
Right. In a lot of ways. Do you think that
he just
what?
Somebody just made a good comparison.
At what point do you think that there's an end to that? Like, is there ever a good enough? Is there ever a point where like you improved in categories enough to where you can like finally accept
Yeah,
yourself?
because I feel like that's all mental. Once you're in a good mental space, I feel like is when. Right now, I would feel like I'm not really in a good mental space. Like I'm kind of edgy. I'm not where I want to be in life, so I might take it out on you on a bad day. So I wouldn't put you in that situation.
But do you really know if there's?
But I'm saying is okay.
You would know when you feel it. You're like, I have peace.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Now, what if that you fix that right?
Mm-hmm.
That part, whatever you're dealing with, and then something else, stab, boom, something unexpected. Now you have to deal with that. That's why I don't know. That's kind of a scary thing. The fact that.
So what are you getting? Are you talking about letting like a girl into your life, or
basically I'm a type of person that like I feel complete. I think you are too. Man, we talk about lists. How I like to have a list, check it off, I'm done. It gives me anxiety. It gives me like it makes me think weird when the fact that are we? I know we're not never done growing, but that's just kind of like that. Like, is there ever going to be a point in our life where we're like, oh, like I'm truly happy with everything?
I think it's on how you gauge that and how you gauge your list, so to speak, in your head. If you feel like you're always like, if you feel empty and you're always chasing something to fill yourself back up with something, as opposed to you just like the thought of, okay, I did this, boom, let me try to see. If it's more so you're doing it, I mean, it's a corny thing to say, but if you're doing it because you actually enjoy the process of it, I feel like that's a lot different. I don't feel like a lot of people enjoy the process of anything.
Right, I agree.
Let alone like leveling up. It's not fun.
But it's a necessity.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people, they get to a point they're like, oh, I can breathe now, and then they become content. So what happens is they hear people in society like, oh yeah, he's content. So this goes to my point of what type of person you are. Do you listen to other people to where you're like, yeah, I'm content, so what? Or you're like, oh, I don't want people to think I'm content. Now I got to level. It's a constant
right. I still think that's what my point was. I think everybody on this, no matter how they move, how they act, everybody's insecure about something.
For sure.
But don't piss you off. Maybe it's just my mindset because I always want to have.
It depends on what you're insecure about.
It don't matter.
There's levels.
I think he's saying it pisses him off that
everybody's insecure.
That there's never going to be a point in your life where you're not.
Right. Same thing. I didn't think I said it on the podcast, but same thing. How anxiety is. How in your anxiety, you said you don't really get anxiety from.
Not in often. That. No,
right.
I'm saying it like how Summer Walker be saying.
Right.
I've never felt. Maybe I don't know what it is. I've never felt that. I don't even know how to explain.
Right.
Or what anybody's talking about. Whenever like I feel anxiety, I get anxious sometimes. I think I tweeted the other day. I'm like, yeah, because I just kind of had like a realization. It was like, man, I haven't really done nothing. Like I was just sitting at work and I was just kind of like.
And that's a form of anxiety. That
you know what I mean? It's like I need to do something. I need to make something happen.
Yeah.
I need to do. So I mean, maybe that's
my thing because I be having anxiety.
So what does that feel like?
A bottomless pit.
I think
so. Give it context. So what is that?
Like actual mental or physically?
Whatever. I don't even know how to.
Mine's weird. I don't know. I
know a lot of people suffer from anxiety, deal with anxiety, and I know it's when people inclusion water stuff down. So a lot of times with me, since I never suffered from it, I hear a lot of people say it, and I'm like, I bet.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go. And you know what I mean? But that's dismissive.
Especially these past 5 years, it became mental health is being cool for everybody to say. So,
but it's hard to say stuff like that because like it's good that these issues are getting shined light on. It's just I hope that y'all really have anxiety and y'all just aren't using.
Well, I feel like a lot of people do.
A cop out.
It just wasn't normalized. Now it's normalized.
First off, everybody has anxiety.
Right.
Everybody.
Right, but make sure we're not saying it. I don't like saying it like that because. Yes, I have anxiety about stuff, but I don't suffer from anxiety like some people. So I don't like saying it. Well, everybody has anxiety.
There's a difference between having anxiety and suffering from anxiety.
You're right. Yeah. I agree.
You don't know how to deal. You don't know how to get through.
Suffering from anything is different from having.
So
something.
I want to. So what does that feel like?
Mine is just
if you've ever even remotely close to
my legs
will shake.
My legs will just
Under what circumstances?
There's been times, I'm not lying, I think I told y'all, there's been times where we've all been sitting right here, I've been chilling in the comfort of my home, it's 1 a.m, we're talking, having a great conversation, and my legs have been right here like going crazy, bro, and I was like shaking. It's happened since I was like 10, 11 years old.
What do you think causes that?
I remember I used to be times in front of my playing basketball, shooting by myself headphones for a whole hour, and it would get so bad where I'd go inside and like my legs would be crazy. I'd start crying. Just weird shit. I still don't know. Matter of fact, when I went to that therapy session, I went to that one, I asked him about it. I'm like, man, like it's weird. And I was telling him how I get anxiety. I'll get real bad anxiety if when we go to the bar, when we go out in that car, I'll be salty I'm telling you, bro.
In the car?
Like right before. Or when you pick me up,
there?
I'll be having anxiety bad
Word?
every time. Every time. When we get there, as soon as we walk in, or right when we pull up, we see JD and everything. What's good? I'm
You're good.
cool.
But it's the thought.
Every single time. Matter of fact, with don't matter the names. My first Stephan has came on with me with like 3-4 first dates. Even if I just because I'm just like, granted I was a lot younger, but still I would be so like anxious. Like that's why my anxious. It's I didn't used to know why they called it that, anxiety anxious. But I always want to get shit done. Like now, that's why I'm early everywhere. I just want to get it
it's the thought of not
done.
knowing.
That's what I was just about to say. So, is it safe to say that somebody like me who doesn't necessarily, I won't say I don't suffer from it. I don't identify with it a lot of the time. Maybe I don't know what's going on, but maybe I've just called it something else for my whole life. So that's what.
And I swear to God, that's how I felt the whole entire time.
Because I feel that like when I'm going to go do a meeting with somebody, when I'm going to go,
right,
it's just like
right.
There's always like a little thing inside of me to where it's like I don't know.
And I had right or left. I still
so that's
do.
anxiety.
That's a form of anxiety.
And I have
suffering from it is different than just having.
Now suffering.
Everybody has it.
So
in
hold
moments.
on. Take it with this context. This is the way I'm like the way that I kind of filter that is, we all feel that same thing, but how you deal with it is that what determines if you have anxiety
suffering
or not?
from it is like if it's irrational anxiety or if you're having it not in those moments. Like everybody's anxious in anxious moments, but the people that suffer from anxiety,
when you're just chilling at the crib,
you're just chilling. There's
and
no
nothing's
reason
going on.
to be having anxiety,
and you're crushed. Like
like you're not thinking about nothing.
Yeah.
You could just be chilling here having a podcast, and you start having anxiety. Like that's suffering from it. It's like bothering it. Like same with me. Like I have certain shit that just me being off yesterday for the first time, like triggered my anxiety because I was just like I don't know. I felt like I didn't know what the fuck to do. It was the first Saturday I had off in like a month. I'm like I don't know. I was just here in the dark like. I don't know what to do, and it started fucking with me, like where I was sick to my stomach.
And I don't know if you was here, but I was telling him how, because me and Stephan are like, we both don't mind being alone. Oh, you remember we were saying, can you be quiet, and can we like, there's days where I can be upstairs there's days I do all the time, I'll be upstairs in my room all day, chill, I won't talk to nobody, I might text you on Snap, but like, I won't talk to nobody the whole day when how my job is set up and everything. So and sometimes, them days slap, bruh.
Most of the time.
There's a lot of times where, bro, I'll be in my room, like especially if I do it like 2 days in a row, bro. I'll be so like in the not a shitty mood, but just in a fucked up place where like, I gotta do something. I'll text everybody. I gotta do something
that was yesterday.
To where I have to be
That's
like.
why I try to get the podcast so bad.
So it's crazy, because I feel that same thing when I'm by myself. When I'm just like.
Yeah.
When I'm like if I have a day off at work and I don't have nothing to do, like I have to leave. I have to go do something. Right. I have to find something to do. That's why.
That's what I'm saying, Shane. I do too, but that's what I'm saying. 90% of the time, I don't. 90% of the time, if I ain't got shit to do, that is the perfect day. That's why I love. That's why you know I always love to get shit done beforehand. Like before.
It's early, man.
Just. I've always been waking up early, get it done, knock it out. I'd much rather get up, do something, and come back home and know that it's 11 o'clock, I ain't got to do shit. I don't have to do shit. That's why I hate when y'all trying to do the podcast last night. No, I didn't prepare. I'm not doing this right now. Because I didn't. Because my plan was, my whole day, I'm going home and I'm relaxing. Now y'all talking about some crazy shit. You're talking about some nut ass shit, doing a podcast.
You're talking about some crazy
you know what I'm saying? And even though that's the best for me, that's why when Shane's around, that's what he does. Shane does that. He's a quick, come on. So I was like, fuck.
I gotta do it. Call my bluff.
Yep. But I don't know. I think that I've had I've dealt with it so long that I'm very good at masking it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, people that overcome anxiety are the strongest people.
And the reason why how I know I have it so bad is so fucked up is because I still don't, because I hate the word.
I don't think you ever really overcome.
No, and that's my point of this whole thing is the fact it gives me anxiety that I'll never get over my anxiety.
It's just that you train yourself to deal with it when it comes.
But see, the thing with me, I hated the word anxiety so much because my mom suffers from mental depression and shit, and she has for the longest time. Mm-hmm. But me growing up and me not understanding anything, and seeing my mom blame everything on that stuff was probably a lot true, but I know she used her having anxiety as a crutch a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So for me, it was resentful. So when people would say I have anxiety, I was the number one person saying, look, you soft as fuck. Because I know I've had anxiety my whole life, and like I'm telling you, there's been times where I was just like, Hunter, bro. Like I talk to myself. Tripping? I'm all joking aside. I'm telling myself like, Hunter, you're cool. When you're nervous, when all that shit, I'm like, Hunter, it sounds cocky as fuck, but I swear to God, I'd be like, Hunter, bro, you're you. I'll be fine. Like I'll look back, like look at all the shit I've done. Like I do that. I have to do that a lot more than people say. People always look at me as I'm cocky. I'm super confident. I'm self-arrogant. That's always been a knock on me as well since I got skinny, since junior year and shit. And it's literally the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you, if you had like, what are some things that you've done to learn how to cope with that? What did you do yesterday? Or did you just sulk in it?
Sulked.
You can have some sulk days.
I mean, I've told y'all this before. And typically...
Is it music that does it for you? Well, I remember even seeing you say something like, I know I'm in a bad place because music ain't even doing the trick.
Yeah, I was going to say, it'd be fucked up with, like, I don't want to, like, if I think, I'm like, I'm about to just throw some headphones in and then, like, my body's telling myself, I'm like, I don't want to hear shit.
See,
there's nothing I want to hear.
Mine's like 50-50, bro. As much as y'all know I love music. But when I be down and out, bro, because I don't want to hear them sad-ass songs. I don't, like, that will fuck me. I'm one of the people, if I'm sad as fuck, right, if I'm already down, I don't want to hear no down shit, bro. I do not want to hear no down shit, because I'm going to be even more down. That's how some people, it will be like, they relate and they like that. I'm not.
I'll be fucking with you.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't listen to music. I don't know what I do, bro. I really don't know what I do to cope. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
But we won't say that on camera.
Yeah, but and it's really crazy because that's really not it's really not even before J. Cole said it on 420. I didn't do that.
I thought you was talking about jacking off.
Nah, I'm talking about y'all. Not 420. What he say and on Friends? What J. Cole said, smoking weed and depression don't mix and everything. It don't. It really don't. Like it's that anxiety. That as much people say, I don't believe that. As a matter of fact, me and Big just had a conversation because on a TV show, some dude like lit a joint. He's like, "You're anxious as fuck. You're super anxious. Here, smoke this joint." I'm like, "Me? Y'all know me. I've been smoking. I'm a smoker. If we about to go do something, get that blunt out my face. I don't because that blunt's gonna make me just paranoid, and just like it don't calm me down at all. What it does do is when I'm in a relaxed state, and I smoke, it puts me back in my relaxed state.
Oh,
no, it don't put me in a high alert.
So when you're anxious,
I do not want to smoke weed.
Right, but you don't want to smoke weed because you don't.
It will make me more anxious.
Well, that's what I was saying by high alert. It makes you more.
Right. Okay. I guess that would make sense.
Cole said meditate.
Right. When I go on long drives, it's crazy because it happens. Like when I used to work when I used to work at Finish Line, I used to purposely roll my blunt before I went to work, and instead of smoking it in the house before I went to shift, I would purposely wait until I drove and was smoking in the car every day. Every day.
You're thinking about going to work.
Just every day. Now, bro, I smoking in the car like Stephan. How much I used to smoke in the car? I do not smoke in the car. And right now, my anxiety driving with car just
scored.
That is really pathetic. We just beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
I knew we would. I literally knew we would.
The game's really not.
Yeah,
I literally knew we
got
would.
Touched the field with 3 timeouts, so.
We beat the Patriots. I knew we would. Fuck the Patriots.
Tom Brady still has 3 touchdowns, but 3 timeouts with 24 seconds. I've seen him do crazy things.
But what was I just saying?
You don't smoke in the car.
I don't. Because it fucks me up, bro. I don't know why. It's just so crazy how shit like that can change.
Do y'all meditate?
Nobody does.
No, first off,
I don't think nobody.
We all meditate.
That's what I was about to say. I'm about to say
Not even
everybody
that.
have their own.
All meditation is thinking deeply about something.
Yeah,
that's literally all it is. You mean what?
Yeah, I mean no one here does that.
Yeah, no one here does that. But man, and I've been saying that for months and months, and it's been on my list. I'm going to very soon.
Yeah, I want to do one of those acupuncture things.
With the needles and shit.
Needles and stuff.
I don't either, but I would just like to lay down on that thing and somebody stab me and then be like, tell me your childhood.
The thing is
Is
with
that what that
meditation.
is? That's what they do?
Yeah, like they get all the deep shit out of you without you even knowing. Like they just ask you simple questions and then you just like start revealing too much.
No, if they're putting needles in my back, I'm done talking.
But you don't
Right.
feel it.
Yeah, you don't feel it for real. Man, I don't know. It's meditation and all that shit's really crazy. Just because meditating, you're literally focused on one thing the whole entire time. That's hard. None of us have that.
No.
None of us.
It's
You know,
hard, so
hey, y'all ain't never prayed and was just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even everywhere, but you ain't never was in the middle of a prayer and forgot that you was praying.
No, bro. There's been times when I
It was like, my fault, God.
I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Or I've been.
It's literally so embarrassing.
I'm before my father
No,
right now.
There's nothing worse. Just matter of fact, I
I've
didn't
cussed
pray
in
for
my
like 3
head.
days.
I've cussed in my head praying to God.
Yeah.
On that,
Ah.
yeah. I didn't pray for like 3 days, just like 2 days ago. And I was laying out at night, and before I turned over, I'm like, damn. I was like, went to pray. I was thinking like, that's really pathetic. All jokes aside, you're telling me I couldn't give you 1 minute, literally.
Right, out of the 48 hours I just had.
I don't have discipline enough to lean over and pray. That's what be messing me up sometimes.
Do you lean over? Do you kneel?
Nah, I've never
I
done
pray in
that.
the shower anyway.
I've never
I
done
pray
that.
every day in the shower.
I've always just prayed it right before I went to bed.
I'm a random prayer.
And you know why?
And even if it's like
me too.
even if it's like and I try to. There'd be nights when I miss it for real.
Yeah.
But I'm a random like, if I'm going in, y'all think I'm playing. Every time I'm going into work, I'm like, God, please make this a good day. Like, but not like
seriously.
God, please, but like a real like
real shit.
I'm not in the mood. Please,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
give me.
I've had those.
But I've also learned to kind of. This is something my grandma's taught me: is learn to pray. How does she put it? Learn to give thanks in advance. So don't say, God, please make this a good day. But like, God, thank you for this good day I'm about to have.
Right.
Like,
right. Put that
already
energy out there.
Right. Already affirming that
Yeah,
it's done. Now it's
like
up.
making it a mantra and like putting that out into the universe.
Exactly.
Right? 'Cause that's how it works.
Yeah,
Right.
it really
thank you for the hands that bless this food. Like
Yeah.
that
Thank
type
you for
of
this
stuff.
slap ass food that I'm about to eat
There you
later
go.
on for dinner.
Right. Reprimand
Nah,
for
but the
some
reason why I
last
started praying at night more was because of you, for real.
Yeah, I used to do that. 'Cause I
When
used to be spooked.
about just dying in your sleep.
That used to be one of my anxiety trigger things where I would.
And I started realizing, like, damn, like if I die in my sleep, I could be crushed. So I'm gonna at least try to make amends.
But I used to do that. That's
Which is
sick.
bullshit. We be trying to really get over on
I
God.
know.
All jokes
Like,
aside,
you can't finesse him. It's his
You
rules.
can't tell him that you're
rules.
ask for forgiveness for your sins, and then the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, do the same exact
And then
shit
just try to hurry up and pray before you go to sleep. Just
just to get it over with, and not even just to get it over with.
Right.
I'm really pathetic.
Don't get me started. I done fucking ate during my prayer. I'm like, put it down. I do it all the time. I'm like, nigga, just. I'll be like middle praying. I do it.
Or like if
Sneak
somebody else
something.
is
I'm
praying and you're like,
sneaking. Yeah.
I really
it's like
have
you can't wait.
I really have a lot of respect for people who take their religion very serious.
Oh, me too. Any type of discipline like that.
I'm glad you said the word
Discipline, that's what it
There'd be
is.
times when that's the one thing that messes with me the most, and because I just be looking at myself so pathetic. Like how we joke around say pathetic, but for real, like
We ain't got no discipline.
when I be thinking
None.
about, like, I'm disciplined in some areas, but when there be stuff when I'll be getting ready to walk out the house and I'll see the trash bag like half done or like leaning out, and I'll be like, I'll get it later, and I'll be getting walking, I'm like,
Get it
Just do
now.
it.
and then I'll turn around and get it now. But it's like
Why
that's
you
like
think
not
that?
a
Yeah.
thing. Like it's not a habit yet to always be
Yeah.
disciplined. Or there be days when, matter of fact, this is the one that messed me up the most. I was reading some book, but it was like learn to. Why don't you set a goal this year to not be a snooze man? Don't hit the snooze button on your alarm.
Right,
clock.
right.
That's the one that messes me up the most.
You hit snooze?
Yeah,
I
I've
hate
snoozed
snooze.
like 6 times.
That's pathetic.
I've
Yeah.
never been that person.
I'm
know
always
why?
been like I'll
For my
hit
anxiety.
snooze. Yeah, not me. I'll
That-
roll over. I'll be like, oh, I got 2 minutes.
Nah, if I wake up anywhere between, my alarm's set for 6 every morning. If I wake up anytime at 5 or after, if I wake up at 5:01, I'll look at my clock. And I'm not going back to sleep till
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
There's no
See,
way
that-
I'm going back for a whole hour.
And to me, I'll be like, that's just such lack of discipline. That's just,
Yeah.
or like
Get
people
up.
that can't get an oil change on their car, or people that just like you see your tire.
What?
Yeah,
Nah, for
I mean,
real, yeah.
like that's
Putting shit off.
putting things off. I used to be. I mean, I still am. I'm overcoming procrastination. Like that's a thing for me that
Me too.
has always been like
You know what they say that helps procrastination? I don't really know if it affects you, but they say cleanliness.
cleanliness.
Clean.
What do you mean?
So like, what I'm gonna try to do for L 2020 is make sure your surroundings are always clean. Your room, car, your work, like.
But all that goes into discipline.
No,
My
it
room
does.
be dirty.
But
And
he's
that,
just
mine
talking
does too.
about-
I'm saying if you
you-
do that, and it's a fact, you don't feel good as fuck after your room. You
Yeah.
clean
Yeah,
your room.
yeah, for sure.
When you clean anything good, you're like, ah.
Yeah. But guess what that also is because you know
It's
that you did
like-
the task already.
Right, but I'm saying if
But
you,
you can
but how
think-
long?
you could think
It
in
takes
a
me.
better-
I know what you're saying. No, I agree with
It
what
takes
you're
me
saying.
literally 10 minutes to clean my room. I'll sit my room dirty, my clothes on the floor for a week. That's late. That's just pure lazy.
Well, this is the thing that I'll do sometimes is I'll have on like a suit or something like that, and I'll get home and I'll take it off, boom, boom, and just throw it on the floor. It's like,
Right.
pick it up, put it on the hanger, and put it in the closet.
Right.
Like, how long?
How
why can't
hard
you
is
just
that?
do
Two
that?
extra steps.
But then I come home tomorrow and I'm like, my room's already dirty now. I'll just put
Right.
this on top of it and I'll get it all
We're
together.
not malicious. We have no like order.
Yeah, that's what it
But
is.
some people are though. But I
Some
mean,
people-
some
some
people,
people-
are,
and I
and I
respect them
envy
people a
people
lot,
like
yeah.
I literally envy people like that.
I don't envy them.
I envy them. People that can wake up in the morning, like there's real life people like there's people that wake up at 6 o'clock on their alarm clock, boom, 100 push-ups.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that before they
Do anything.
or before their feet even hit the ground, they say a prayer. That's discipline.
That is this one.
Like that's something that you believe. That's something that's a habit. I respect people that have. That's why I respect people that are in the military to some extent because they've
Oh, yeah.
formulated.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the thing
Yeah, they
that
did.
scares me the most about the military. I don't like.
Discipline.
I mean, I guess, but it's just like it's a change. It's a whole shock to everything that you know.
A big thing for me this is the small thing, but on 2020, what I'm going to try to start doing is not checking my phone when I first wake up.
Yeah, I used to say that, but I did that.
You didn't check your
Remember
phone.
when
You deleted all your social media and shit. I guess what would you check if you didn't have social media?
But even that was just like, this is pathetic.
I'm not saying-
Didn't y'all do this
Look
to
at
them like
this.
2 years ago?
Look at this. This is a
we
mess.
did. Yeah, we
Tom
did.
Brady's got rocked.
Good.
This is pathetic.
Are you kidding me? Get his ass.
Throw it.
Game. We beat the fuck out of the Patriots.
Oh, get loose, James White. Wow. So you thought you were gonna be the one to go 60 yards?
They're done. Victory.
That was looking fun.
It was-
If I was Tom Brady, I'm smiling. I'm like, hey, that was looking fun.
He got lit up. Though.
That was fun.
Nah, he ain't smiling.
No, he's not
Now
smiling.
he's tired of losing them at the end.
I know. We be beating the fuck out the Patriots. I don't care if we win one game a year.
But anyway, what was he about to say?
What was we just talking about? Discipline. Oh, with phones.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think that I'm not going to delete no social media. I'm not going to delete them.
So I
Because I was
think it's
going to
because
until you-
my perception on social media has been altered.
Right. And I
used to think of social media as the devil.
Right. And I don't look at that. I just want to stop getting up in the morning and scrolling my phone for half an hour.
Yeah, but if what you're doing is productive, then why wouldn't
Mine
you do
isn't.
that? But that's what I'm saying. If you can change, you refuse to change that part of it. So sometimes it's changing the discipline within something. It's not the phone that's your vice. It's what's on your phone. It's what you're doing with your phone.
Yeah.
If what you did every single morning was wake up and find 20 charities to donate $10,000 to, that's productive use of your time.
Yeah,
You know, and that's you see what I'm
yeah,
saying. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But if you're waking up and you're just scrolling, mindlessly
Yeah, but I
scrolling,
mean, your point is,
that's what I'm saying. If you can learn to discipline, that getting rid of the phone is again my point of when people are like, when Maul's always like, well, just delete social media if you can't deal with the hate. No, because you didn't deal with the problem. You just got rid of the current thing.
right, but
I agree
I
with
think,
him on that.
I don't because it's a cop out.
yeah,
No.
but it just depends. I agree with your point overall, but it just it depends. No, it just depends on who the person is. If that's not what you want in your life, then you know if you want to train yourself to get away from doing that, then that's what's good for the moment. If you want to train yourself away from getting away from, like his point is right. If you still want to use social media and all that stuff like that, it's best to train yourself in using social media. But if you want to get away from waking up and scrolling pointlessly,
I don't like when people demonize stuff because they can't handle
control
it.
it.
Exactly.
Yes,
that's
that's
what I
true.
don't like.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
don't either.
But that's
true.
what that is.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like, I don't need to be on social media.
Right,
Right.
but some people, there's on the flip side, some people could say, well, instead of me doing that, why don't I just wake up and read for 30 minutes? Like,
Right.
there's nothing wrong
Right,
with
but
that.
some people wake up and read stupid stuff, and that could be they're like, I'm done reading those books. I'm done waking up and reading that.
And that,
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's what they're it's not the thing,
Yeah.
it's the content.
But I'm
of the thing.
saying, again, it depends on the person, because that may be his next evolution in life. Maybe he wants to accomplish reading 5 books.
Right.
So that's the way I'm going to wake up every morning. Instead of scrolling for 30 minutes, I'm going to read for 30 minutes.
I want to start getting up and meditating, but it's just hard realistically because when I wake up, I'm one of them guys who's super tired.
Yeah, morning people. I envy morning people.
Well, if I didn't have to work, I'm up at 6 in the morning anyway.
Yeah, see.
Like I'm one of them guys. Like on the weekends, I'm up early as fuck and I'm wide awake.
Yeah, but I don't
When I
envy your
work-
type of morning person because you don't like being up. You just can't go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Morning people that don't like
Yeah.
being up but still get up,
Yeah.
I envy that.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, I don't got that.
I want that time.
I like to
they're
be
like,
up
I'm
laying in
tired,
my
but they
bed.
still get stuff done.
Yeah, they like
if
to
I
get
wake
up
up at
and
6
move.
and I'm done,
Oh no, I don't care. But I hate morning people that just get up and talk.
nah, not even that. That's somebody is like, it's not hard for them to get up. So I don't, that's just something that I'm talking about people that have physically trained themselves
To get up.
at 7. I don't care. It's my routine. I don't care if I've only had 2 hours of sleep. I'm getting up. That's not me.
Hell no.
I mean, that's not me.
No, it kind of is.
But
kind of you.
But he still don't. He still gets up when he wants.
I'm talking about people that don't have something to do.
Right.
Like they schedule something to do.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not scheduling nothing at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Right.
If I have something to do at 7,
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I guess.
Yeah.
But people that wake up, regardless, they're like, I don't care what I do. If I
Yeah,
go to sleep
they're
at 6:45, I gotta be up at 7 because I gotta read this book. Like I envy that. That's discipline to the utmost.
Some people try to maximize the most out of their day. Better than me.
I am. That's one thing I saw you put on there in 2020. That's one thing I am gonna try because I hate being a procrastinator. And as much as it looks like there's a lot of things I put off, a lot.
I'm the biggest procrastinator.
I try to get stuff done. I guess it's just what I prioritize.
Me too.
But-
Because mine's be just overthinking. I just overthink every scenario way too much.
I want to try to get more discipline.
I'm a procrastinator and in this stuff I don't need to procrastinate.
Like,
So anything good, as in with stupid stuff, I like to knock it out. I was saying with our brand, we should have been had our logo. It took me and you to start talking about it again, and I was like, I remember I was even saying I'm gonna message him this weekend. I'm like, you know what? Never mind, I'm about to message him right now.
Yeah.
I was just literally telling you I was about to procrastinate because I probably wouldn't do it that week. I wouldn't just thought like, oh. So
Yeah.
I literally was like, nah, let me do it right the fuck now.
right.
Like what I'm saying, we should have been had this out. Like shit like that is what I procrastinate on. Like stuff that for real matters.
Right.
The TV show, the show I watch, I try to get that done as soon as I can in the season.
Yeah.
That shit don't mean nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that just goes to overthinking.
Right.
Yeah.
But that right there, the number one thing. We can get on this real quick. I don't know if y'all have thought about it, but I really haven't thought about it until just now. My number one thing, it's gonna sound weird, in 2020 that I need to do, improve, is be more like Shane in the aspect of do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's just do it. Shane will go on there and buy it right now. Shane will go make a move and do it right now. This whole year, if I think something and I think it's gonna be doing something, I'm doing it right then. I'm watching less TV. By the time we come revisit this, and next year, my life's gonna be a lot different.
Thanks.
Well, that
Huh? You said that on record?
they on shit. If you got this far in the podcast, good. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you.
But dude,
We love all you
have
guys.
Have y'all ever said that?
No. No.
No.
So did we just have like groundbreaking news?
No. We'll bleep it out.
Yeah.
Leave 'em.
Believe me, they don't know.
You don't even know he's
Chili coffee.
I'm gonna keep chopping out.
I know it's disgusting. Something like chili.
Chili.
Skyline chili. So it reminds me of.
Chili fucking coffee. What's
But
chili
nah,
coffee?
seriously, that's what I need to stop. And basically, affects the Gary Vee effect. Stop.
Oh my god, this is
Stop.
episode 12. I'm done.
Stop. You need some Gary Vee in your motherfucking
No,
life.
fuck
You lazy
that,
ass
no.
Rick and Morty bitch.
Yeah. What?
But I'm so sick of you putting it off, or we ain't got this part yet. So that's why I'm glad that he came around for it, because we would still we'd be on episode 1 maybe, because we'd be like, no, we can't start till we get the lights. We can't start till
episode 1.
for real, bruh. We wouldn't have started in the way we would have figured. Especially, I know how I am. I like to have everything and then do it instead of just
Doing it. And
just doing it. And this actually what's crazy is this podcast has kind of been a replica of the fact that we're nowhere near where we want to be, but in just a few 5-6 months
Yeah.
of how much we've done grown with with everything.
Right.
And we started out with you had 2 mics and a phone.
Not even had a phone.
We had a phone, right? And you got the mic, yeah,
A phone and a phone.
right.
And no lights.
No lights.
Actually, with the Walmart mall.
No laptop. No none of this. None of any of this bullshit.
Progression.
So and it was quick. So
Yep. If everybody strives to, if that's what you want to do.
and everybody who knows me is I'm not. I try not to be a person when I'm being serious to not do it. People know me when I bet on myself. I usually get it done.
as is a lot of people, I feel like is like a. One of the things I've heard is that people, you don't. How did he put it? Your body and your mind you'll naturally do the things that you want to do. So if you have to like trick yourself into doing something or train yourself into doing something, that's not naturally what you want to do. So, what's an example? If you're like, if you're like, this year I'm gonna read 10 books.
You don't want to do that.
You don't naturally want to do that.
So
you can learn over time.
It's gonna be a lot
you know
harder.
what I mean? You can learn over time, but what your body is telling you, what your mind is telling you is that I'd rather do something else. Or like people say priorities. Priorities is a real thing, but that's just how you
That's
you
what people.
level
That's
stuff
why the
in your
gym
head.
is the number one thing. I want to get fit, but it's like they don't really do the research and want to get fit. They
Right.
just want the end result of looking like that instead of actually the health wise. If they did all the
Right.
research on
Which is
healthy
why
and
most-
everything, they would probably really want to.
Which is why most people bow out
Right.
a couple months in because
Because you're not invested in the process.
exactly you didn't want to really do that anyways. You saw something that spurred the idea of like, oh, that would be cool.
You didn't want to get fit. You wanted to be skinny.
Exactly.
never
You want
wanted
the
to
end
do
goal.
that.
Or
Right.
even in that time, because 2 months later you're like, I don't care.
Right.
I'll go to eat a cheeseburger.
Yep.
You gotta stop,
Makes your job a lot harder.
man.
He said, "Man." So that was yours. Procrastination.
Procrastination and just discipline. I feel like procrastination falls under discipline. People try to it's discipline. Work on discipline. In 2020.
What's yours, Jerry?
Who am I?
Yeah.
What's my what?
2020.
I don't have one.
So you don't have nothing you want to change about
No.
yourself. Nothing.
Everything.
That don't count.
No, it's legit.
So okay. So
All right. I'll it's gonna be service level because I really don't feel like it, but I want to change.
I need my
I
water.
want to change being afraid of change. There you go. That would summarize my life a lot.
How you think you can get that done? By just doing it.
I don't know. It would be me training myself. That's one of my triggers for my anxiety. That's one thing I don't got down. I still let the fact, and I've been through so much change, and I always come out fine.
That's
But
what.
during a change, or when I know a change is coming, it still triggers my anxiety.
Nah, I'm the same way.
So I
But-
want to be able to train myself to be like, okay, something's changing, but like good. You should be happy.
Right.
I never celebrate change.
Brian's
Okay.
geeked.
But have you ever had anything change to celebrate for?
Huh?
Have you ever had any change in your life that was worth celebrating?
Yeah, plenty. Every time when I look back on things, I'm like, damn. Like when I look back through memories of anything, I'm
Well,
like, damn.
yeah, but 2020 was hindsight.
Huh?
I'm talking about. Well, I don't know if I've ever really had anything in my life that I was looking forward to. Well, college.
What do you mean, looking forward to changing, or after the change happened, you can look forward back and say, damn, it wasn't that bad like I thought it was.
No, I do that all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about during the change. I haven't really had that many.
You talking about before the change, where
Like
you look forward
during
to the change?
during the change, right?
There's not a lot of change that I look forward to. There's not.
But I was asking you, in your life, has there been any, when you was going through it, has there been any that was a good change? Or has most of the changes in your life been somewhat either not really good or bad or just bad?
No, I'm saying
Because most of my
usually-
changes in my life, I'm saying most of my changes in my life, I look back and it was good.
Yeah.
But I'm saying during the time, it was because I made them good. It wasn't because it was a good change.
There will be.
I look back
can
on it,
say-
it was a good time because we made it. It was.
Nah, I'm saying there's times where I know like the change that I'm about to embrace is good, but I still don't embrace it. Because I'm by my personality and stuff like that, I don't like change. I can't control certain things, so I don't like it.
Do you like change?
I don't think anybody likes change.
I think people like change.
Yeah, some
I don't
people.
think
Like,
so.
some people train themselves to embrace it.
Again,
Embrace change.
Train.
Yeah.
You have to. It's something that you have to learn to adapt to. I think that's just naturally just people don't like change. It's just a human. You know what I mean? If you walk into this room, and one day and the TV was here and the couch was over there, it would throw you off for a second. You'd be like, I don't know if I like that. But over time, you might be like, you know what? I kind of like the TV right here because the
Makes
glare
more
don't
sense.
come onto
Right.
the.
Makes a lot more sense.
Right, you know what I mean? But naturally, it was like, I don't like
Yeah,
it.
why'd
Put
you
that
do
back.
that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
why would you
force.
do that? But now you start finding things like, oh, I'm closer to the outlets now, or you start finding little things in between the.
That's literally how. Like,
that's how.
If you like magnify change, it really be like that. Not all the time. Sometimes change is bad.
Yeah, sometimes this is bad. This is just a bad decision.
It's just awfully bad.
It was a
But
bad
that's the scary part about change. You never know until you know. That's what makes it scary.
But it's always been easy for me to make decisions because I know that. I know regardless, I don't know.
And that's a.
I literally don't
That's
know.
the mindset.
That's
we need
cool.
to adapt.
But mine is,
My
well, I've been
mindset.
trying to train myself in, and that's the key word. I've been training myself is to realize is it don't matter.
You literally don't know. You
And
just don't.
What not? I mean, yeah, that, and there's no way of us knowing.
But
But the fact that I've done change in my life.
That's right.
And I'm fine.
Yeah, the
the
mentality
kids turned
you
out
have
fine
to-
type shit. Like
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Even if I like low key regretted it, I'm gonna figure it out.
and I'll be fine.
Because I'll be
and-
fine.
Right.
But that's my biggest like thing. Like I always try to control things so much that I'm so scared that like, damn, what if I make this move and I'm gonna look back and like for real like in my life I could like pinpoint like that's the moment where I fucked up. Like that's why I'm homeless. Like that's why I'm like this. And I'm so scared of those moments that I don't fuck with change at all. So
I like big change. As it kind of contradicts what I was saying, but I like that. What you just said, it just made sense in my mind. I like stuff like that to where I'm like, I made that change that, and I wonder if this is the one. If I'm gonna be able to look back on 20 years and I was like, I made it.
Right.
To where it's looking at it from this is the one that put me back. It's like.
And this goes back to our last
That's how I find
podcast
it
when I
out.
told you that these years right here are low-key, not low-key, are the most, these like 23 to 33 are the most important years of our life for our setup. I like to test myself. I've been really enjoying testing myself, even like the juices, I feel accomplished when I change something that I don't normally do and I get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we go out there and when we do stuff like that, I'm going to feel so, after month 1, after month 2, after year 1, I'll feel so like, bitch.
right, like I did it.
And I know I will. I know I will because I know I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? So that's I'm trying to master myself. That's why I'm going to get that book I was showing you. It takes like 3 years to complete, but there's nothing more satisfying to me than mastering yourself.
Yes.
And people think they got themselves mastered, and they're not even remotely, not even close. Not even close. Because that goes back to the quote: "You only change what you choose."
Facts. I was about to say.
Because people only look at the fact like, "Nah, I'm good as fucking this." Like I'm good, but being good in something or at something isn't close to being good at yourself. I know that sounds like lame as fuck, but that really does sound like. But it's really not even close, bro. And I've been realizing that a lot this past year. And when you do something, you feel good. It feels a lot better. Well, I don't know, because I ain't been rich. And I hate them dumbass things like, man, money ain't... Well, let me figure that out.
Right,
Let me find out real quick, just to see. Right, let me see.
Yep. And one of the things I realized that there are some things that I just don't like changing, and it'd be like minute things. Like, I don't like...
No,
I'll be able to change something if there's a polar opposite end to one thing. Like, there's the chance that if I change this will happen.
Right,
I don't
right,
like people
right,
like,
right.
well, why don't you try new food? You don't like change? No, because I found 3 foods that I like.
I'm kind of with you.
But what's
Food's a bad
example,
but
but because what's the extreme? I'm gonna like something I like. I'm gonna find something I like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's no.
When there's
that's not a life changing. Yeah.
When there's an
Like,
incentive.
ooh, I like spicy nacho Doritos now. Instead of
Right,
nacho
right.
cheese.
When there's an incentive for me to change, it makes it so much more. And that's
But
just
the
because I'm more
incentives got to be
so.
worth it. It's like high risk versus reward. Because the negative of this is I absolutely hate those.
It has to be worth it.
But
to
the
you.
gain is
It has to be worth it to you.
right.
Because like I'm saying, even that 30 day to y'all looked at me like clowns. Like that, y'all would not do it. That would not have been
Right,
worth
yeah.
it.
Yeah, mine just be about the fact that, like you were saying at the beginning of this, you'll never be okay with. What were you saying earlier? And it doesn't suck that we'll never be all right with
ourselves, basically.
That's what makes me
Contentment, yeah,
drive me
chasing,
crazy
not
about
being
change. Change is probably the number one thing that you should embrace in life.
It is because
it constantly happens,
and because you can't be someone else without change.
You
And
can't. Yeah, you literally.
Did that ever scare you? The fact that you'll be somebody else. Because in 5 years, you'll be somebody else.
But that's what gives me anxiety.
I know.
Something else is like somebody
Right.
dies. Like, it's like it never ends. It's like, damn, when am I going to be comfortable with just being comfortable?
Never.
And
that's what
drives
will
me
never
crazy.
happen because I was just watching The Irishman. Good movie.
I want to see that.
Yeah, good movie. But at the very end, it was fucked up because he was like the last one left. It's not a spoiler. He was just like the last one left. He's like he grew into an old ass man, and they tried to get him to snitch, and he was like, "You're not." There was like the detective was like, "You're not protecting anybody now. Like he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead." And he didn't end up snitching. But I was thinking like, man, to be an old person like that is really fucked up. Imagine being the last
It's
one
crazy.
left. Imagine your
said
mom,
that.
your parents, brothers,
I think,
cousins.
did I say this in the last podcast?
And you're just like that's the bro.
Somebody came into the bank last week before Christmas. I was like, "What are you doing this weekend? Or what are you doing for Christmas?" He was like, "Well," he was like, "I'm the only one on my." He was like, "Nah." He made a joke. He's like positive. He was like, "I'm the strongest of my friends. I'm the only one left." It's like,
damn.
I guess that's an interesting twisted point. You're the strongest of your friends, but
I told them fuckers I would outlive them.
I don't want.
And I
to.
did.
Johnny owes me 50.
I don't really want to. I wouldn't mind being the first one going. I'm just saying, watching like and that's why really old people are so content with death because they've been seeing their whole entire life. I can't imagine.
It's just never ending change. Life is just
Like
never
all he
ending
had
change.
was he lived in a nursing home by himself and like his only contact.
Like,
was,
I don't know why
his daughters didn't see him. It was just like that's so fucking sad that like you have old people be having nobody, and it's not because they burnt bridges because life went on and the people they had died or.
Right.
That's scary.
I need to stop living life like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Because that's how I live. I live like so cautionary, so like
Yeah, I've been trying to live more.
preventative. I do everything in my life is preventative. Like I try to minimize everything I do. I try to be like the most simplest person. All because I hate change so much. So I try to like minimize. Like I don't go out. I do certain shit to minimize the risk of something happening. And like I live every day. Like tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and be like. You know, I'm going like in my brain, like I expect a call. Like right now, I expect somebody to call. I expect there to be a problem approaching. That's just how I always live. Like I save money and shit just because like I'm afraid something's gonna happen. Like I need to stop doing that, and I just need to live in the moment a little bit more.
I think we all do, except Shane, because Shane lives in the moment.
Yeah, I need to be more sporadic. I'm like the least sporadic person.
What's some
on
things?
Earth. I wish I could just make split decisions. Yeah, but let's go to Chipotle. No. I'm like.
Well, no, see, I've always been kind of like that.
Yeah, that's what be getting on my nerve.
Yeah, I'm.
But but that points to a different reason. It's because you want to get that done, so you can get back here and chill.
Exactly. He's always. That's what me and him always butt heads because he's always like, calm down. Like, what? I'm like, nah, let's boom, boom, boom.
I'm like, calm down, nigga, because I'm.
For what? I always be like, we don't even know where we're going. Don't matter. We'll figure out in the car. Let's just get it done.
I can't do that. Like, no.
Because we're going somewhere. Let's get it done.
Right. Regardless of what you say, we're going somewhere. Let's get it.
No, could you imagine being on Bechtel and not knowing which way you're turning?
Yeah, I mean, what happened today?
I was about to just
That's
say,
why shit like
I
that
went
drives
6
me
fucking
crazy.
places.
It drives me crazy.
No, I already fixed it. That's up there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ha, thought you got
So
it,
somebody
bitch.
close this bitch out. Tell them Happy New Year's and all that shit while I drink my
Man,
tea.
this is the last podcast of the year, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
Facts. Last
29.
podcast of 2019, where it all started.
Yes, sir. We did what? 27 of them?
27 total. Yep. This is episode 12.
Okay, fuck
we
with
did
us.
6.
27.
We did more than that.
28.
28 on average. That's an average of 1.5.
Half a year. It's half a year.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was about to say that's an average of 1.5 hours of content. A show, maybe about 1.5 hours, I would say.
Yep.
Um,
Person 2.
so that's about how many hours of content have we given them?
A lot.
I'm not a math man.
Me neither. A lot.
Damn, they're close to what, 50?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pleased
thank you
with
for
this.
Yes, I am too. Thank you for all the people who've been fucking with us.
And
all the real viewers.
Yeah, and somebody
Oh, God.
somebody told me that they were shooting a podcast, they were doing a project for school, and they tagged me, and they said that they didn't realize how hard it was until they had to do it for a project. So, and then they said they appreciate our work because they see how much harder it is.
That's dope.
So I would like to say,
That's dope.
it's a lot harder than you motherfuckers think.
Yeah.
40,
it is.
50 hours of content,
Yep.
week in and week out.
And we're not saying that all that content's been good because it hasn't.
It hasn't.
But
And we're still learning.
You're
But
right.
the point is, y'all...
yeah, I know who you're talking about. And all he needed
Yeah.
was a 10-minute podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of us.
I am
For real.
too.
Yeah, to sit on here for hours and talk.
Yep. I'm more proud of us. And matter of fact, this morning I wasn't glad we did it today, but now I really am. Because if we didn't do it today, we could have had a big chance of missing a week. We still haven't missed a week.
Yeah, we haven't missed a
Oh,
week.
yeah, if we didn't do it today, we was going to miss a week.
It might have missed a midweek.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been yeah.
I wasn't doing it Thursday. I worked.
Just what happened. There it
And
is.
there's that.
Cool.
That is how we close it. Did you say Happy New Year's to all our fellow
Happy
Readers?
New Year's.
Happy New
See
Year's.
y'all next year.
Yes,
y'all
hope
doing
everybody had a
anything?
Merry
Y'all doing anything?
Christmas.
I think we asked, but did y'all
I
find
ain't
any
doing
plans
shit,
for New
brother.
Year's?
Y'all? I thought y'all. You saying
No,
y'all.
we ain't find nothing.
We ain't find that.
So,
So
yeah,
We didn't look
so,
either.
So use the word we.
That's true.
we ain't do shit.
So
we
are
ain't
we doing
shit.
anything for New Year's?
Nope. The Noahidols are bulling.
I'm sure y'all will be out.
Laying low. Nah.
Does
There it
anybody-
is.
Yeah, hold on. New Year's Eve is on Tuesday.
Correct.
Shane probably doesn't work on Wednesday, does he?
Or New Year's. New Year's Day or New Year's.
So I'm gonna go on a limb.
After New Year's.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say these two Mixie boys will be doing something.
It's a possibility.
Tuesday night.
Potentially. But
hit us
never
up,
know.
even though this episode will be
Sporadic.
way out after fucking New Year's Eve. And that's that. Close it out, King.
Yes, this is the Know-It-Alls, and as we like to say, peace, love, and all the above. We are out.
Thank you guys for tuning to another episode of the Know-It-Alls podcast. We truly appreciate the love and support that we really get from you guys. We've got a few other social media outlets, so
You got the links right here. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that. Please share. We appreciate all the love.
Yes, and feel comfortable leaving comments in the comment sections and giving us a review. We invite all the feedback that we can receive.
True.
Again, this is the Know-It-Alls, and as we all like to say, peace, love, and all the above.